with spirits. What happened?
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
It was like it went off. Okay, we're gonna do it. Scratch that. You
Reset.
don't see it.
No.
Spirits with spirits. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Spirits of Spirits Season 3, Episode 10, From Eastern Europe with Love. I'm your host, John Watkins, all the way from beautiful Colorado, and your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe, all the way from rainy and sunny California.
No sun. It's just rain.
No sun, just rain.
It's just rain.
How's the week been, bro?
It's been all right. I actually had a pretty good week this week, and then the storm hit, the next storm, what they're calling an atmospheric river that keeps coming through to us, started this morning, and it's been raining ever since. So it looks to be raining probably until Wednesday. So that'll be
Damn.
so much fun. Hopefully no more flooding. I hope that all the snow is melted that's going to melt. But and thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Hopefully
I do.
I don't get kicked out. Hopefully we don't get evacuated again, and we're able to stick it out. Power holds. But yeah, I don't know. Weird thing. We've been having technical issues all night.
Yeah.
Been on my end. And I don't know, like the first time I got booted off, from our Scare Network TV episode, I got booted off right as soon as the intro was done. And then on this one, the intro stops.
I don't know what's going on, Dave.
I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna push through it.
Yep.
Listen.
Yeah, talk about Scare Network. Scare Network, that was phenomenal.
Protect.
It was a good episode. And if you guys go to scarenetwork.tv, if you haven't subscribed already, it's $4.99 a month or $40 for the year, so you save $20.
Save yourself some money.
Yeah, you can see all of our exclusive content, plus everything that Scare Network TV has to offer, which is amazing. They have true crime stories, thrillers, classic horror movies, paranormal documentaries, series, paranormal series, all that kind of stuff, and it's only getting bigger. So you guys get in there while it's still at a decent price, because there's some changes on the horizon. I'm predicting for these guys. It's gonna get So
Yeah, you just
I'm
last weekend or last week, I should say. What day were we doing it on? We're doing it on Friday. So last Friday,
yeah, yeah. Well, not last Friday, but the Friday before, because we
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
yeah, we didn't
he
have a chance.
launched a new documentary, really really good.
Ornament.
He's actually got another one getting ready to
Rose.
launch, which looks phenomenal. So lots. Well, I mean, not only do you get to see us, but there's lots of content on there you'll enjoy and love. But seeing us, I mean, come
Yeah,
on,
you get to drink us in, and
come on now.
I hope you're sponging when I'm spilling.
Hi.
I am sponging what you're spilling as long as you're picking up what
Singing.
I'm putting down.
Yep. Um,
Oh, so
enough
yeah,
about
it's it was a great episode there.
yeah.
I guess maybe hit the
Shelf.
fine print tonight, Dave, since I forgot about the last couple episodes till the end of the show.
Let's do the fine print, bro.
All right. So want to thank Anchor out there. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this podcast, put out your
Iron.
favorite places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts. We are also now on iHeartRadio and of course Amazon Music. Without Anchor, we wouldn't be able to put it out to those places that you guys like to listen.
Mhm.
Not only are they a great place to start your podcast, they actually help you out with sponsorships. They actually sponsor yourself right away, and it's a great way to continue on with your podcast because as you continue to grow, they'll actually help you
Be
find more
quiet.
sponsorships and help you with that growth. So thank you, Anchor, for that. I want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to be on our favorite places like our Spiritual Spirits Facebook page, our Spiritual Spirits Twitch page, and our Spiritual
Susan.
Spirits with John and Dave on YouTube. Uh, Without them, we wouldn't be able to do the multicasting that we're doing tonight. And of course, like we started with Scare Network Television, as you see the shirt here, go check out
Castle.
Scare Network TV. I said castle, not asshole. Yay!
All right.
How about
Which is what we're
castle?
going to be talking about.
Yeah,
So,
Scare Network TV is a great platform. Lots of exclusive content there. Not only are we there, but there's actually another podcast on there too. There's also tons of documentaries, true crimes, like Dave was saying. So check them out. And again, spend the $40, save yourself $20 a year. So thank everybody for that and for allowing us to put our voice out there. So tonight, I think tonight's gonna be a great show, Dave. I just had this feeling about these places. It was a struggle on finding these places. I don't know how many people watched our lives on the
our
Spirit
pregame.
or the 4K lowdown for our pre games. Uh, we struggle. So our plan was after doing the cryptids episode is to of course continue in that area, but we were really trying to focus on Russia, and Russia was kicking our ass.
There's a lot of haunted locations, but not a whole lot of information was
Yeah,
divulged
yeah, yeah,
to
like a
where
paragraph. That's
yeah,
it.
they're like a paragraph or two about, you know, oh, something happened when it was built and people report this, and it's like, okay, we need more information.
Yeah,
So,
and it wasn't like
yeah,
good paragraphs. It was like 7th grade English paragraphs where you had to
yeah,
Right.
do your intro, your base, and your ending. Yeah, 5 sentences. That's what we got.
yeah. So we were like, okay, we need to expand, broaden our horizons. We kind of did that with our cryptids anyway.
Those are
We were
cryptids,
going with
yeah.
we were going with the Slavic region for
Yeah.
cryptid because when we tried to look up Russian cryptids, it was really like the
Nine.
Yeti and
What should
Bigfoot.
I
and
do?
stuff
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
not
We were
ready
like,
to talk about that yet. Yeah.
yeah, we're like, okay, we're not ready to do that. That's going to be like a season finale, a mid-season finale, or a season finale type of scene
Yeah,
where
exactly.
we talk about Bigfoot.
Fault.
Um,
Respectful.
but yeah,
Yeah.
the but yeah, so we
East.
started branching out, talking
Yeah.
some stuff, and then we ran into a castle, and we were like,
Yeah.
okay, here's some
Wow.
good information about this castle, and holy shit!
Satan.
Wow.
So,
How?
so
I
yeah,
was gonna say
that
Scare Network goes, wow.
yeah, that ended up being our exclusive Scare Network contact. But we were like, okay, maybe there's more castles that we can talk about. And sure
9.
enough, we came up with 3 other castles that we can
Yeah.
discuss. And that's what we've got here for you guys tonight. So I hope you guys are ready. Got your popcorn ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Got your, you know, you got
I
your
got my
tinfoil hat on. Yeah,
Why did you come?
got your
yeah,
drink
yeah.
there
I
waiting
got
with you.
mine. I got
Unless you're,
mine.
unless you're watching at work, you shouldn't drink at work, and unless you're
Don't
at a
drink
bar,
at work,
I
and
guess.
don't drink if you're listening to us on your way home.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
drink and
Don't
drive.
drink and
Let us
drive.
do that. Let us do
But
the
if you
drinking
are
for
gonna
you.
drink and drive, drive fast. Get off the road as fast as possible.
Killed.
And your thing just said killed.
Mansion.
Drive as fast as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Get off the road as fast as
Right.
possible.
Don't drink and drive because you might spill your drink.
You might spill your drink. Yeah, we are not part of Dare people.
Um,
Yeah. But no, it's there's a lot. There's a lot. Eastern Europe is plagued with with how do I
Handle.
want to put that?
Daft.
Should I say spiritual or should I just say hauntings? I don't know how I want to put that, but there's a lot of shit going on there. The information is a little bit sometimes hard to find.
yeah.
They are very closed-lipped area, but I think we were able to find
Witch.
3 pretty good locations
Yeah.
to talk about tonight. I think there's still a lot more to be said on the one we did on Scare Network Television.
Blood.
I think we're
Yeah.
gonna have a lot more
Logan.
to say about these as well.
Closer.
I of course this is a 3-hour show, and
Why did you come?
we're gonna try and keep it a 3-hour show. I know we've had our 6-hour marathons, Dave.
Yeah.
Love.
We were like, let's do the top 10 locations
Invisible.
in New Orleans, and yeah, that was
Stress.
yeah,
7 hours
stress.
later.
Yeah. And then we're like, yeah, so there's a and then
That's the other part of the problem.
yeah. What am I reading?
Drinking the whole time while we're doing this.
While we're doing this, we do a 6-hour marathon show while we're drinking.
Fight. Mary.
And and then it was doing shots of Sakya and messing myself up. Anyway, so yeah, we're try to keep this tight at 3 hours, and that's why we
Alexander.
only do 3 locations.
Yes. Yeah.
Our one location on Scare Network did go long.
Yeah,
So
we're a little late tonight.
I'm anticipating probably 2 out of the 3 here are gonna go a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah.
Are you
The third one I think the third one will be just about right. So, because there was one that I didn't get a whole lot of
Torturer.
information. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it, but there wasn't a lot of info out there.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on, but still a good spot. And I don't know. You wanna start with that one, or do you wanna save that one for the
Grandfather.
middle?
I don't know if I want to do middle on that
White.
one, or if I want to do that at the end. Kind of close the show out with that.
You wanna close I don't wanna close the show out with what I anticipate to be our last. I mean, come on, bro. I'm not sponging that.
Well, all right. Well, I don't like starting it off with the lowest score either. So
Okay, so you want a curtain jerk with a good one and end with a good one. Okay,
Yeah.
so that means that one gets to be the meat in the sandwich. Who knows? We may be wrong. It may score really well, but the proof will be in the pudding. But just in our research, I still think it'll get a decent score, but
yeah,
but not to the extent of the one that we
What
did
is
on Scare
happening?
Network TV.
yes. So how about we start with? It's hard to say this one. Kashtish.
Coming
Is
to
that how
get
you would
me.
say that?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna say right off the top that we are gonna butcher all these names because we can try.
We can try.
But yeah, I'm thinking it's Kachtis or something like that.
Castle.
Kachtis Castle. Because there's some punctuation on the letters that I just don't know how to deal
Listen.
with.
Yeah, I'm not an English major, so
Yeah,
I'm
so that
right there with
yeah,
you.
I only know English and bad English, and that's with the I don't know. I don't know what those, and I tried to go with, tried
Help
to
me.
trying to help you. But first help me. Me help you.
Let me help you.
Yeah, so there's a thing on the sea.
Hello.
It's Slavic. Oh, okay. So it
Uh-oh.
sounds like
Found a
it sounds
phonetic.
like yeah, phonetically it sounds like TJAXCITSE. So Jack Joxtis is what I don't know. But we're just gonna call it co- we're gonna call it um Kosh's Castle.
Cold.
Yeah,
Did
thanks.
you say Jactus?
Jactus to Jack
Play.
to Jack's to Jactus. I don't fucking know, bro. Um, it's
Oh, we're good
very it's
listeners.
very I don't know.
Who
If
are
you saw
you?
last week when Dave was when he was hitting all those sites for the Drekavac, uh that was hilarious. We're we're gonna get a little bit more of that tonight.
Yeah, it's just it's so bad when we're like I'm trying to um you know I apologize to everybody in Eastern Europe
Want?
for what I am about to do because it's it's gonna suck.
What do you want?
oh, oh god.
Hand. How do I use it? Stop
Um,
recording.
well,
Scared. What should I do? Why are you here?
I had to
it's a
wait
good
till what it said after it said hand. That's why I was silent there for a second, and then it's like, well, how do I use it? It is all stop recording. Uh, Sometimes Ghost Tube is great.
sometimes you're like, oh yeah, that's great. That absolutely works. Um, so now the Cautious Castle, and
Yeah.
let's go ahead and throw a picture up. So this is actually in ruins.
Yeah,
Currently.
I found that interesting. I
So,
was like,
so here's
really?
here's a picture of it.
They're here.
Um, and I was like, wow, it's
But even though that's in ruins, man, that place looks pretty freaking awesome.
yeah.
True.
And
True.
there's the tower, Dave.
Yeah. So and here's another picture from the outside.
Deborah.
Yeah, so I didn't have any pictures of the inside because it's in ruins. So there's not a whole lot going on the inside because it's all kind
Trapped.
of it's all kind of falling down. It's all kind of crumbling.
I found that interesting on that last picture, Dave, that they built a garage.
Yeah. Yeah, I can zoom in on that.
I was all, that fucking car?
Okay, yeah, park your minivan right here. It's totally fine. Um,
I'm looking at this picture though, and I'm like, how the hell did that car get in there?
how to get in, right? Did it just drop by
Friend.
helicopter? Because I don't see any way that you can drive in.
Uh,
I can't.
yeah, I can't either.
I
I
can't
know.
either. There's the road here, but I don't.
That's a walking path.
That's a deer trail. That's what that is.
Where the hell
Um,
did that car come in at? I don't
I
know.
don't
That's
know. But there's just
wow.
it's a really cool. It's such a neat thing. I really dug this. I dig this place.
Castles are phenomenal though. I mean,
Yeah,
I love the way they're built.
Tiffany.
Hey Tiff, how's it going? I love the way they're built. They're to build something like that back in that time frame is just it's a phenomenal it's just phenomenal work. Castles just
Hell.
amaze me on how they were built.
Yeah.
So Dave's got
And as we found out rather abruptly with our Scare Network TV episode, why it was
why
built.
they were built. Oh Jesus.
Um,
That was-
that's crazy. So yeah, so Cochtis Castle was built in the 13th century and got many like alterations to its appearance throughout they did all kinds of buildings to it. It passed through the ownership of prominent families until falling into the possession of the most famed and notorious owner in 1575.
yeah,
Clay.
Miss
It
Elizabeth.
was at this time it was passed on to Elizabeth Bathory, best known as the Blood Countess, as a
Yeah.
wedding gift.
The Bloody Lady, the Countess of Dracula. I mean, she's been called many,
Yeah.
many things.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
We
Yeah.
are.
Elizabeth Bathory is recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the most prolific serial killer of all time. During her lifetime, she supposedly murdered and brutally tortured hundreds of young girls in a dungeon below Cochtis Castle. The highest report of her murder toll stands at 650.
That's just
Gun.
that's
Uncomfortable.
wow.
Wandering.
To kill all women.
Yeah.
She killed nothing but women.
Maybe.
Let's say maybe.
Ford.
Maybe.
Who are they?
So Elizabeth was eventually arrested for these crimes and locked in a tower at the castle that she
Word.
owned, where she remained
True.
for the final years of her life. She was to eventually die within this tower.
Married.
Oh, I got something to say about that. So she was arrested.
Where are
Okay.
we? My baby.
And she went to trial.
Yeah. And they put her on
She
house
did not
arrest.
get found. She did not get found guilty. Let's just point that
No.
out right now.
No.
In fact, the 4 witnesses that stood up there and told
Hunger.
their story, 3 were hanged and killed, and the other one was imprisoned for the rest of her life. And Elizabeth got put on house arrest.
Yeah.
Guardian.
So
All that was missing was the little ankle bracelet.
they kill the ones that are giving the evidence. And like,
Find me.
you're we're just gonna
No.
We're just gonna have you stay home.
you should stay out of the public eye.
Yeah. You should just stay home. You know, maybe stop having your milk and blood baths.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Quit
And-
shoving hot pokers up your help's vaginas.
Yeah.
And feeding
Let's
dead
not
people
do
beneath-
anything. Yeah. But
William.
yeah, many believed that she was innocent
Jim.
Yeah.
of the crimes of the murders.
And many also believe the only reason she got away with what she did was because of her last name.
Yeah. Oh, they were talking about how she was framed.
Slave.
You know, those
Oh,
are all the aristocrats saying that too.
yeah.
You
Right?
know, none of the peasants were calling for that. They're like, burn her. Burn her at the stake. She's a witch. Cut her head off. She's
Fight.
the mistress of Dracula.
Speak.
Thanks. Watching you.
This chick was the shit that she did to people.
Yeah. So, Cochtis Castle was a Romanesque castle with a horseshoe-shaped residence tower It was turned into a Gothic castle later, and the size was increased in the 15th and 16th centuries. A Renaissance renovation followed in the 17th century. In 1708, the castle was captured by the rebels of Francis II. It was
Mm.
neglected and burned down in 1799, and it was left to decay until it was turned into a tourist attraction now in 2014.
Disrespectful.
Right?
Yeah, I
Totally
agree.
disrespectful. They would just let, for
Look.
gosh,
Tunnel.
some 220 years,
Yeah.
Carl.
they just
Play
let it
with
sit
me.
there and rot.
Do you think that had to do with a lot of the people just not wanting to do anything with that place because of Elizabeth?
Maybe.
They're just like, we have no respect for this place. This place should just be torn down.
Mhm.
Because you notice that, like, even today here in America, a lot of the serial killers, they literally tear down those buildings that they lived in. In fact, there was one in Stockton, I remember, that got torn down.
Rituals.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's right. Stockton had their own serial killer.
Don't
Yeah.
leave.
No, we don't plan on leaving.
Liar.
Yeah. What do you mean lie? So Elizabeth Bathory was born in 1560,
Arouse.
and despite a noble upbringing
I'm
and
coming.
royal lifestyle, earned herself the reputation of being the serial killer. She was born to a noble family who controlled Transylvania, which today represents part of Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia.
Immune.
Yep.
Right. She was married by age 14,
Cheating.
and then this was the wedding gift, was this castle.
Yeah. Well, I found one was interesting, very prominent. It's very prominent for the women to take the man's last name, right? Especially back in that time period. But
Why am
her
I
last
here?
name was so much more prominent than her newly husband that he kept her name.
Yes.
I found that interesting.
Yeah.
Disease.
It's
So
not
no, it was
too heard of.
Son.
yeah. No, especially though in those days.
Yeah.
Um, Now after the
Where are
husband
you?
died in 1604, and that's when the rumors started to spread
Yeah.
about her killing all the young girls. They were talking about she was accused of smearing
Traitor.
servant girls with honey and then leaving them outside to be bitten by bees, wasps, flies, and ants.
Yeah. That's messed up.
She was accused of depriving her servants of water,
Forward.
making them drink their own
Tunnel.
urine, mutilating them with scissors
God.
or knives, and her own teeth,
Yeah.
and burning them
I
with metal sticks. This is
Gone.
where the poker in the ass. She is known to have buried servants alive, beaten
Who are
them to
you?
death, and forced them to stand in ice cold water
Gross.
until they died.
That's brutal, bro. This I wonder. Okay, so the rumors didn't start until after
Leave
her
here.
husband passed away.
Right.
How much of this was she doing while her husband was alive?
Right.
And how much did he know about? And they don't say how he died.
No.
Was she the cause of his death as well?
Right.
Oh man. That's
Lights.
During
Night.
during the trial, servants testified that they had witnessed Bathory force servants to cook and eat their own
Arouse.
flesh.
Jesus.
I want to.
Other servants claimed that she stuffed corpses under a bed and continued to feed them as if they were
Ceremony.
still alive.
Yeah.
Who are they?
One servant claimed that she forced burning rods into the mouths and even vaginas of girls she tortured. And then, yeah, you were talking about that. Due to the evidence brought to the light of the trial, 3 of the Bathory servants were sentenced to death and another one imprisoned for life. This is because they were cited as accomplices.
Mansion.
Bathory herself was not even put on trial
Yeah.
due to the family standing. She was just put on house arrest in the castle.
She
when
wasn't
she-
even on trial.
No, she didn't even go to trial for it. That's some money. That's some standing right there. That's like, that's like Rockefeller. Like, dude,
Keep recording.
that's like right now, if Elon Musk did something, they'd be like, yeah, it's all right. That's Elon
Yeah,
Musk. We're gonna let that go. But
you got like 3 or 4
Bathory,
people you want to blame for
Demon.
what you just did? Yeah, I got them right here.
we're gonna do that. So, she eventually died on August 14th, 1614.
Yeah.
So she lived
I
for
didn't
10
see how
years after
she
her
died
husband.
either.
Mother.
Yeah, it just said that
Besides,
she died. Yeah, she
it said
eventually
locked
died
up,
at age
but she was
54.
really locked up in that room. Like they fed her like an inmate through a tray slot in the door.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's kind of funny that how she wasn't on trial for that, but yet they put her on house arrest for the rest of her life. Like
yeah.
she never got out of that tower after that.
No, she never left that tower.
But the funny thing is peasants quit dying.
Here.
Yeah, go figure.
Go figure. That
Beauty.
was her family going, we gotta stop this.
Yeah,
Well, what can we do without causing shame to the family? We're just gonna lock her in a tower. That's
we're
what
just
we're
gonna
gonna
lock her in the tower. We're gonna kill everybody that testified.
do. Yeah.
Oh, you guys were
Hey.
accomplices, so you're gonna go on trial, and we're gonna hang you or put you in prison for the rest of your life. But we're not gonna put her on trial. We're
But
just
were
gonna
they accomplices or were they just scared to go through the same punishment that she was putting people through?
right. Unwitting participant.
Yeah.
This is like, don't bust my ass with a red hot poker. I'll go ahead and hold this person down for you. Just don't make me eat my own flesh.
Yeah.
I'll feed the dead bodies for you. Just you go ahead and do your thing. I'll even make your blood bath and you can bathe in the blood. That's whatever you want to do. But yeah, oh dude, this place is gnarly. Just for the history alone,
Real.
real. But there was never an official count of how many people she
Leave
killed,
me alone. X.
but they're like it was at least 30 and up to 650. So it was like it was a real wide range.
Yeah. And if you're gonna believe 30, you might as well believe 650.
You might as well believe 650.
This woman was pure evil. Even
Yeah.
if she only killed 30. What makes a person
Below.
kill people and bathe in their blood to try and stay young?
Yeah.
And I do find it interesting that she
God.
did die after she was no longer able to do that.
Right. I mean, yeah, she was 54, but the average life
Glory.
expectancy of
I am in
people in
pain.
that time was like half that.
Yeah, I was like 25 was like the
Yeah.
life
Yeah,
expectancy
it
of
was
that
like
time.
25, 27, something like that, and she lived to be 54.
Garden.
That's old for that time. That's old.
Hmm.
And there's not a
Curse.
picture of her being old. It's always of her being young.
Yeah.
I found that interesting too
Mm.
during the research. I was just
Touch.
this evil woman. Evil woman. But it's funny how they depict her as being Countess Dracula, I guess is
Institution.
Yeah.
but yet they don't go into her
Stay.
being a bloodsucker or anything.
No, but her family ruled Transylvania.
After
So that,
Vlad.
yeah. So that gave me pause. I was like, okay.
But she didn't drink the blood. It never says
Oh,
anything about her drinking the blood.
no. Yeah, she would bathe. Oh no. Oh, sorry. She would bathe and drink the blood of her virgin victims to keep a youthful and beautiful appearance.
Never mind, I'm wrong. I'll shut up now.
My baby.
I thought she only bathed in the blood of her victims,
Oh,
but
it said she drank it too.
650 virgins, Dave.
That's
There's
why we
some
don't have
dragons
any
out
anymore.
there's some dragons out there being jealous.
Oh,
I said no. Wandering.
I don't know. Think about this person. I can understand
Bloody.
why people have a bad taste in their mouth when you bring her up. Like I would purposely, if I was ever in this area, I'd purposely not bring her up. I think that might be a little disrespectful asking about her. It's like going to Germany nowadays and asking about Nazis.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Yeah. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club.
We don't like to talk about Fight Club.
We don't talk about Elizabeth Bathory.
So the
Where are we?
hauntings of this location, though, is a little bit different than the stories of this location. I don't know. I think this one's going to score a little bit different than what, but they do say that they do see Elizabeth Bathory roaming about the castle, but when they see her, that she's actually faceless.
Yes.
Now, here's my next question. If that's the case,
Who are
how do
you?
they know it's
Speak.
Elizabeth Bathory? And maybe not one of her victims that was tortured and had her face burnt off.
Not. It's dangerous.
Other than maybe the way she's dressed.
Maybe the dress. Yeah, maybe the way she's dressed.
Here's my other question. If she had 650 victims, all being female virgins, that's more than a village.
Lady. I'm trying.
Yeah, if you think about population back then and the villages that are surrounding this castle, you are lucky to see
Sad.
650 people. Where's she getting all these virgins? Is she having virgins imported in
Granddaughter. Curse.
from other areas?
You know, maybe that's an Amazon Prime thing now.
Virgin imports.
Ready? Get 2-day shipping. Sure.
Can I get that next day with Prime?
Yeah.
Undecided.
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 Yep.
Uh,
So,
Christian. Why
okay.
did you come?
So many believe tormented souls haunt the area. Some say that they have sighted shadow figures
yeah.
and full body apparitions. And sometimes these appear as young girls crying.
Oh, I didn't see that. Young girls crying.
Hmm.
Up.
Up. In addition to these, some say that they've experienced disembodied
Mother.
voices running around the castle.
Disembodied voices.
Mhm.
I hate that term.
Logan.
I hate that term. Disembodied voices. What
Medicine.
does disembodied voices mean? Like when you hear that,
You hear a voice, but there's no there's no body attached to it.
yeah, but if I hear a guy yelling down the street just because I see him, is that a disembodied voice?
Under.
I don't know where
Damage.
it's necessarily coming from. That's why I don't like that term. I do you have to say disembodied? I don't know. I don't know. Every time I hear it, like even when we were talking about that on Scare Network, I don't like the term disembodied voices.
Shot.
Even though I wrote disembodied voices, I'm like, ooh, disembodied voices. I don't like the term disembodied voices. Why don't you
Stop
just
it.
say people heard
Hide
blah blah blah
now.
blah blah? You know, it's I don't know.
All right. Well, what would you rather him say, bro?
I don't like the term disembodied, Dave. I don't like that term. It's too vague of a description, I think, when it comes down to
Keep recording.
describing what people are hearing. I think you could use another term instead of disembodied voices. I mean, you can literally just say voices heard from unknown source, and I'd get what you're putting down. Disembodied voices, that could be Dave. That could be you, Dave, from when you look here. Oh, I can't do it to you. I can only mute you. I was
Closer.
gonna turn your picture off and have you talk. I'm like, oh, disembodied voice.
Leave me alone.
Voice
I
phenomenon around, it's
Demon.
I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Died.
I like how the circle moves while you're
And I
talking.
was like, I'm speaking.
Alexander.
Disembodied voices.
This castle is haunted.
Dirty.
That is dirty.
I don't know. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm just, I'm saying it, Dave. I'm
God.
saying it. I don't
Clean.
like that term. For some reason, it bugs me. It's like how some people feel about the word moist. I just, that's how I feel about disembodied voices. I don't like that term. And
Where are we? I see you.
like Sean, how he uses instead of using orbs,
Yeah. Calls it spirit energy.
he
Cursed.
calls it spirit energy. I like that. I like spirit energy. Or light phenomena. I like
Are you a
that
friend?
because
Peaceful.
we don't know what it is. It could be spiritual energy, but I
Bride.
like light phenomena too. I like that. I like that term.
Alice.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just going on a
Hide.
rant here about something that bugs me, but yeah, I don't like the term disembodied voices. Just
Cable.
voices from unknown origin because they don't tell you
Fear.
where they're hearing it at. They just say disembodied voices in and around the castle.
Always.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Karma.
Maybe it's just that statement that bugs me. Disembodied voices in and around the castle. There has
Maybe.
to be specific locations because you're not hearing it everywhere. Unless you are hearing it
Night.
literally everywhere.
Yeah. Which, the castle's in ruins. So could it be
Grandson.
that you're hearing it all over the place?
And if that's the case, are you hearing an echo? Or are you hearing
It's interesting.
it literally everywhere? I don't know why I went on this tangent, Dave, but I did.
I don't know either, bro. It's okay though. It's a good tangent.
Is this a term that I've heard throughout, since I was a kid? And I've never understood that term. I was like, why use that term? Um, I, I I'm gonna use a bad example, but you could be in a public restroom and you hear a guy talking in a stall and you don't see him. That's a disembodied voice because you don't know where it's coming from. I hope you know where it's
I'm
coming from.
leaving.
Yep, I'm leaving. All right, stop talking to me.
I don't know. I don't know why I don't like that term, but I don't like that term. There's certain things. It's like me, I don't like pickles.
Okay.
You know,
Uh,
that's how I feel about disembodied voices.
yeah,
Prison.
I don't like ketchup. So yeah, I guess the
Warning.
same deal. I like tomatoes, but I don't like ketchup.
Yeah, it's like I can understand there's additives in
What is
ketchup that
this?
make it not taste like a tomato. I can understand why you like a tomato and not like ketchup. What I don't understand is people who like split pea soup but don't like peas.
That's right. I like both. I like split pea soup and I like peas. So I'm kind of down for both of those.
Well, me too. It's a tangent night, I think,
What
Dave.
happened to me?
Sorry about that, folks.
Sorry about that. Split pea soup. Let's go.
Split pea soup. So
Oh,
they're having
that's
voice phenomena all around the castle. Haha, changing it.
so
They got shadow figures. You
yeah.
have full-bodied apparitions,
Watching
and
you.
I can understand how they kind of generalize. They don't necessarily give a specific, considering this place is in ruins. It's not a very big location
Prison.
either when you look at it, especially now, especially you can't kind of walk through everything.
Yeah.
Unlike what we were talking about Scare Network, where you can walk through everything. This place is you can't.
No thanks.
You can park your minivan in the garage. Blows my mind, but I still have no idea how that minivan
Olivia.
got there.
Yeah.
But you can't walk around inside the castle anymore. So it's I don't know. I
Yes.
get the generalization of why of how they're promoting the activity here.
Yeah. And
But
this whole thing is a nature preserve.
yeah. But I think the problem with the generalization of the activity here kind of takes away the fact takes away from the haunting of the place though. And that bugs me. I think this place is probably more haunted
Dull.
Yeah. I agree with
than
that.
how they describe it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, if you look at it, there's nothing, there's no like inside except for the tower
Yeah.
and maybe the garage. There's no place you can go. Everything's like wide open.
Yeah. It's and I think
Cat.
that's purposeful. I think the people literally like, no, with what
Yeah,
happened here, we're not
we don't
gonna
want to
renovate.
enclose all that. Yeah, if you're
But man, that place looks awesome.
it's a gorgeous place.
So where do you think they kept her? Do you think it's the tower that's still standing or the tower
Yeah.
that crumbled down?
I think it's the tower that's still standing. I don't know why. It could be the tower that crumbled down, but yeah,
Help.
I that's where I picture her, is in the tower that's still standing right now.
That's kind of how I picture it too.
Yeah.
But okay, so here's what bugs me about me thinking that is if she died in
Where?
that tower, how is she able to roam? Because she was locked away. It would make more sense that the tower that has crumbled down was the tower that she was in, and now she's free to walk and roam the castle as she pleases.
Maybe. That's an interesting point. Could also be that once she passed away, she wasn't bound to
Evil. Smoke.
that, and the castle was still hers.
Are you a friend?
Yeah, that's
Or maybe we have something residual going on too.
that's the other feel I have with this place
Yeah.
is
I'm thinking more residual than intelligent here.
yeah. I mean, you do have the shadow
Bless.
figures that they talk
What
about.
year is it?
Yeah, that's non-human. That'll lay some terms to intelligent, but I'm not so sure that the Elizabeth
Zachary.
Bathory ghost is an intelligent ghost.
I'm not quite so sure that the Elizabeth holy cow, the bear's kicking in.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth Bathory ghost is actually the Elizabeth Bathory ghost.
Well, not the faceless one, but I mean,
I
they've
see
seen
you.
not all of the accounts are the faceless ghost where they think is Elizabeth Bathory.
Oh,
They've actually
so
seen
we
her
have
yeah,
multiple
multiple sightings.
apparitions, multiple
So
sightings.
could the faceless apparition be a residual haunt or be
I
someone
don't
else?
know.
Absolutely. But the ones of Elizabeth Bathory with the face, I think that's probably residual.
Picking up what you're putting
Find
down.
me.
Picking up what you're putting down. But that's kind of the gist of the haunt of this place, isn't it?
Yeah,
Behind you.
that's
There's not
pretty
a
much
lot being recorded at this castle.
no.
I
Greetings.
with that said, is it time to score it? I
Night.
think it's that time.
Yeah. I think we should score it. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can grab some information. I did find I found a YouTube video, but it you know, doesn't really tell me anything. It was like it was supposed to be raw footage of a solo hunt
Oh,
in there.
okay.
Um and in the notes it was like see if you see anything. And I did see that he was in this area
What
and
should
it
I
looked
do?
like there were skulls on the ground.
Oh,
And
damn.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Please.
But I couldn't tell
Boat.
if there was I think I heard noises and I think I saw a shadow figure, but he didn't call anything out, so I don't know. Um, but I think I saw a shadow figure in the video, and I think I heard voices like what sounded like
Amanda.
crying.
Purgatory.
Did they do? Have they done any paranormal investigations here? Because I wasn't finding anything for a paranormal investigation at this
Alone.
location.
I did find that Ghost Hunters International was here.
So Ghost Hunters International did do this location as well.
Yes. And it was also
Satan.
on the scariest places on earth.
Run. Higher.
Well, we're going to talk about that here in a second. Because is this scary because of the history? Or is this scary because of the haunting?
I think it's the history.
I think it's the history too. I think
I
the
think it's
history
the
of this
history.
place
If this
has
if
more
this
pull than the haunting of this place.
yeah, I think the haunting here is primarily residual.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would have to agree
Shine.
with that.
so I think that, for me, I think the residual is
Basement.
gonna be good here. And some non-human, 'cause there are definitely some shadow figures reported and things like that.
Yeah.
Um, and there's some audio, so there's some stuff,
Yeah.
but
Wandering.
I I don't I think the fear here is
Dangerous.
with the history of Elizabeth Bathory.
Okay. All right. Well,
I
let's
think
start breaking this
Thank
down then,
you.
Dave.
Picture.
With the
Pray.
scoring here. Let's start really
so
breaking this place down. So
so
we start with the residual here,
yeah.
and as you were saying, you think this place is mostly a residual haunt,
Yeah.
and I total agreement with that statement. I think this is definitely a place that is more residual than anything else. But even that said, I don't think the residual here is super high. I
No, I
wouldn't give this a 9 or a 10.
Be careful.
no,
Leave
I wouldn't go
here.
9 or 10. I'm kind of in the 7,
You're
8
here.
range.
Purgatory.
I
Mm,
was thinking 7 myself.
yeah.
I don't think even the residual here also, I don't think the residual here is even close to what we talked
David.
about on Scare Network. Oh, said your name now, David.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate that. Um,
Buried.
yeah, I I agree with that. I wanna go to 8, but I can't justify it.
I was thinking a 6
So yeah, well, I'm gonna go 7.
because I don't think it's as high as Scare Networks.
I think well, I'm going to go 7 because I do believe it matches the one on Scare Network, and I believe that almost everything here is residual.
Okay, I understand that. I understand what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
understand how you come to the 7.
So yeah, if you want to go 6 though, then we go 6.5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just hate those 0.5s.
I know you do. I know you do, bro. Um,
More math for me. You got a spreadsheet. Uh, so the intelligence here is, I think, is very lacking. I think I know we have the shadow people here.
yep.
But even with
I
that said,
don't know. I don't know about
I hear
the
you.
faceless figure, whether that's intelligent or not.
Sing.
yeah.
That's my only question mark. So I'm gonna throw a bonus point to that, but I'm not higher than a 4 here.
Daft. Where are you?
In fact, I think that's where I'm at. I think I'm gonna go 4 with the shadow figures and possibly the faceless apparition.
Drowned.
I like a 4. I do like a 4.
Real.
I was thinking maybe a 3,
Candle.
but I'm picking up what you're putting down here. I do like the 4. I think I have to give that bonus point to the
Hide
faceless
now.
apparition, even though it's a question mark.
Yeah.
Poltergeist activity. I'm not seeing anything
Cigar.
No.
related to poltergeist activity here.
I
mean,
just with
anything.
the ruins, I don't think it's possible. There's nothing's really enclosed except for that one tower.
Yeah, but it's not messing with anything. It's even
Yeah,
with the
I'm not
car
seeing
in the garage, there's no reports of that being messed with.
I don't know how that minivan got there. Maybe that's poltergeist activity. I don't know. But
No,
yeah,
it's teleportation. We did that other show a while back.
yeah, I I can't
Finished.
I'm thinking 1. I wanna go 2, but I'm thinking 1.
I'm thinking 1 here too. I can't. I
I
don't see
can't
how I can go higher than that.
no.
The non-human aspect, though, does intrigue me.
Yeah,
I mean, you have the shadow figures.
yeah.
You know what, Dave? I have to change my score and residual.
Leave here.
Okay. You're gonna what, go to 7?
I'm gonna bump it up to that 7. I forgot about the young girls crying.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
started looking at my notes a little
So
bit. Uh,
okay, so non-human.
s we got the shadow figures, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw something out here for
Cheating.
you. Is the faceless woman even human?
yeah. I'm I'm picking that up, bro. I was thinking the same thing.
How are you?
And for
So
some reason, with all that's happened here, I just see with the scarring of this place. If she killed
Hat.
literally 650
Maybe.
virgin women and
yeah,
bathed and drank their blood, the scarring of this
Dog.
place, I think, has that ability to open up something more
yeah.
malevolent.
Urine.
Even though there's no reports of that.
No,
I
but it's
think
possible.
I think the possibility here of it, the non-human entity being bigger than what people think it is,
Yeah.
and because of that, I think I think I'm right there with the residual on the non-human element here. And for some reason, and I know I didn't talk about it a lot.
Mother.
That faceless being
Yeah.
bothers me a little bit. I know I talked about it not possibly being Elizabeth, but I think the
Well,
where I was going with that was it has that potential of it not being a
Devil.
not or being a non-human element here.
Listen.
yeah. Could it be that
Please.
Elizabeth Bathory was possessed?
That's another thing I was thinking too.
Cheating.
And that could be the
The reason why
demon
the family
or
walked her away.
yeah.
More.
I mean, I know because of
Go away.
her status of that family, she wasn't put on trial for it.
Yeah.
But why else would they have locked her in the tower unless they knew something was wrong?
They knew something was wrong. She
Yeah.
didn't even go to trial and they
Who are
locked her
they?
away.
Yeah.
Her family did. Not the
And
justice.
and the
Speak.
people that testified were put to death or imprisoned themselves.
Her life, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
4
didn't.
people testified,
They
3
were
for
like, no, we're not letting this get out at all. So could that be? I don't want to call. I'm almost want to call it a PK manifestation
Oh,
of
possibly, yeah.
of Elizabeth Bathory
Oh, it's a
because of
possibility.
what she did.
So I have to go a 7 on the non-human. I think I'm up there.
I'm down for that. Okay, the history here.
Dude.
There's got to be something. I know it only goes back to the mid 13th century when this was built,
Yeah, it's 1200s though.
but that's 1200s. That's good, and you've got the whole Elizabeth Bathory
Thin.
thing. That's a
She's in the
major.
she's in the
Stay.
Guinness Book of World
Higher.
Records.
Yeah, most prolific serial killer of all time.
Which is funny because the range of how many people she killed is from 30 to 650.
Yeah,
But yet she's in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the most prolific serial killer of all time. The guy in Chicago killed killed over 100 and some odd people.
yeah,
It could
and
very possibly been Jack the Ripper.
yeah, the Green River Killer was also right around 100.
Oh yeah. But I just bring up the other guy because we talked about him in like beginning of season 2 or yeah, Chicago
Yeah,
season 2. Uh, he
yeah, we
had
talked
well
about.
over 100 people killed, and that was documented. 100 people killed,
Necklace.
and
What is the
he
date?
was possibly. They
noise.
even talked about him possibly being Jack the Ripper after moving from England and almost being caught in England. So, and that dude wasn't in the Guinness Book of World Records, but
No,
she is. So I gotta give a good bump to the history here.
yeah,
I'd probably put this history in a 7 or an 8.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go 8.
Think I can go 8? Well, I'm
Lori.
7 or 8, so I'm down with the 8.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're okay. That was an
Yeah, we're
awful
all
lot.
right. That was all you too, huh?
That was all me. It's quite accurate.
Yeah. So manifestations here. This is another one I think it's gonna hurt.
I think I think
Page.
manifestations are good. They've apparitions. You've got the Elizabeth Bathory. You've got the faceless entity. You've got the shadow figures. You've got the
Young
girls
girls
crying.
crying.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
Oh,
think manifestations are good. I'm not a 10, but I think it's good, and I think it's
Kitchen. Elizabeth.
We just said Elizabeth. Criminal. Really? Tell me more.
Okay. I'm gonna go 8.
You're gonna go 8 with the manifestation?
I'm gonna go 8 with the manifestations.
Lord. No regret.
No regret.
Lord, no regret is what it
Peace.
just said.
After Elizabeth.
At peace.
Amanda. Niece.
She's got
Asylum.
Wandering.
Wandering.
True.
true.
Oh,
Um,
what's going on right now, Dave?
yeah,
I got a little bit of the chills going. I got a Carl Riddle thing going.
I got some chicken skin going. Elizabeth, are you here with us?
Are you here, Elizabeth? Oh, you gotta say something.
Give me something.
And it
Oh, now
went
you're just being coy.
quiet.
It went
Dead
dead quiet.
quiet. That's interesting. When we question it, it goes dead quiet. That you have to. It's those. Oh,
Nancy. Sad.
Sad.
Ew, you're at an 8 with the manifestation.
Yeah.
Forward.
I can't disagree with that after talking about the Elizabeth, the faceless, the young girls crying, the shadow figures. I'm just thinking about
Watching you. There is.
There's what?
there's what?
Is that are you
That
answering
was
me?
the that
I was
Where
like
are you?
I was like, is Elizabeth Bathory here? And it goes quiet again.
why it goes quiet when we question it, dude.
That's eerie.
That's actually interesting. That's kinda like the opposite of getting something, like,
Yeah.
not getting something is almost as important.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Oh, my daughter and her friend came
Possessed.
by.
Great. Possessed. I just
Ah,
got
I'm gonna go 8. I
was
just
was she possessed? Was Elizabeth Bathory possessed?
that's
Is
what
that
I
why
wanna
she killed all those people?
I'm trying. Joseph.
Tell Joseph to try harder.
Liar.
liar.
Hmm. Did she not kill all those people?
16.
16.
This is getting interesting, Dave. I'm just saying. I'm having
Just,
a very Carl Riddle, Yukio
yeah, we're
feeling.
having a very intelligent response moment.
Work.
I may have to up the intelligence score.
Sacrifice.
Um, who were they being sacrificed to keep
Sacrifice.
you youthful? I hate that. It gets quiet when I ask questions.
Yeah, you asking a question. Okay, maybe I'll ask it. Were they used as sacrifices to keep you youthful? Quiet. That bugs. Isn't that weird though? Is that
That's
weird? Is it
that's
just
weird.
me?
No, considering how active yours is generally.
Yeah, and it goes,
Christian. Cousin.
Now it's
Close.
talking.
yeah,
But when we ask questions, it shuts up.
Miss.
what do you want? I wanna know if the women that were killed were
Don't.
sacrificed.
Tradition.
Don't. Don't.
Oh, and it's a tradition.
Tradition. I'm tempted to give the intelligence level a boost point here to 5.
Not.
That was interesting.
Who is he?
Oh, that's David.
I'm Dave.
He's
Don't
the
kill
host.
me. I'm not a virgin.
He's the
How?
host. The most How, Dave? How are you not a virgin?
How am I not
He's
a
got
virgin? I
he's
don't
got
know.
3 kids to prove it.
Yeah, face the radio, but yeah, I got 3 kids.
And his wife's not named Mary, so
Yeah.
you put 2 and 2 together. I I think I am. I'm gonna give the I don't
I'm
know.
gonna put a bonus point to intelligent. The
I am
what we just witnessed, I
Mary.
think what was
Yeah,
that?
married. Yeah, she was
Yes.
married.
Married.
Dave's married.
I'm married.
Okay, here you go, Dave. Do we give bonus to audio
Yes.
for this?
Fuck yeah.
We got the voice phenomenon around the castle.
Yeah,
You got young
we got
girls
the
crying,
disembodied voices, which you
uh,
don't like.
voice phenomena.
Yeah, we got the girls crying,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call our audio what we've just gotten. I think that's a bonus point.
Hidden. Where is it? Another room. Smoke.
It's hidden. Where is it? It's in
In
another
another
room.
room. How
I
many
think I got
ghosts?
6.
Huh?
Yeah, how
Well,
many ghosts? How many
how
spirits?
many ghosts? How many ghosts are in Catch's castle? Let's see if you can give me a number. That's probably a good idea, bro.
That's just quiet.
Yeah. Well, every time I ask a question.
I don't like you talking to it, Dave, for some reason.
Nope.
Peter.
No, David.
Oh, that's David.
I'm David.
So the audio, I was gonna be around a 5 on the audio. That's where I was going to be.
Yeah. We got to go 6 now.
Where is that? Are you right there with me, or
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Because I was at a 5
okay?
before we started getting these responses.
I
Aroused.
it just came out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
I'm kind of aroused. I gotta admit.
How about the feels of this place? The fact that they didn't.
Okay. Again, I gotta throw a bonus point here because I got
Oh, the
feels going
feeling
on.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I got goosebumps. I got the
I
chills when all that was happening. I haven't
oh,
felt that since Yukio.
yeah.
Yukio was a very sad moment. I mean, if I was to
Follow you.
judge that now, I'd probably give it a
Thank you.
10.
Yeah. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Um,
Subscribe, turn your notifications on.
yeah. So I think there's a genuine feeling, like we talked about, the genuine fear because of what Elizabeth Bathory did. There's a genuine fear of this place.
Not just fear, but there's a shame or a what's the
There's
other one?
definitely there's definitely a shame or a humiliation
Humiliation with what happened
with
there,
what
and
happened here, which is probably which, like you said, probably is why they just let this
let it go.
they just let this building crumble.
There's no physical
No,
that
no
we
physical touching. I'd be interested if there
Worried.
was. Yeah. I'm kind of worried.
oh, no, it said Neil. That's interesting, and not like the person Neil. Uh, I just by the way I felt about what just happened,
Yeah.
again, I that felt intelligent to me. It really did.
Yeah, it did to
Touch.
me too. There's
Christian. Garden.
there's a lot
Touch.
of rare plants and stuff. It's a nature preserve now.
Yeah, touch, Christian, garden.
Yeah.
I if I was to go based off our show and what we talked about and what just happened, I'd probably give
How
the
are you?
feelings here
Blacksmith.
an 8, even though no one's been touched. Just the way it made me feel
Oh.
just now, the way it made you feel just now, just like how you scored that fucked up place in Thailand where I wanted to punch a monk.
Yeah.
Spirit.
I mean, I don't know where you're sitting on the feels here.
I'm I was I was originally at a 6
That's kinda where I was sitting.
because
Yeah.
of the fear and humiliation and stuff about this place.
Where is it?
And then, I feel that was an intelligent response. What we got.
Prison.
It was her prison.
Yeah. I think I'm at an 8. I don't know where you're sitting.
I gotta agree, bro. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm not
I'm
Hide
I'm
sponging
now.
up what I'm spilling.
I'm I'm not ashamed to agree with that. Because I was like, if I stick with a 6, then we're at a 7. But I think I'm giving a 2-point bonus because I've still got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I still have chills right now because I think we're still getting responses from her.
Make sure this is working. Okay, it's working.
Um, Now, but objects again, not much going on. I think matching the paranormal, the poltergeist activity, I think we're probably at a 1 here. The only thing
Jeremy.
Okay. Huh. The only thing that I'm thinking about, and I don't know if I'm gonna score it based on
Not.
this, because
Friend.
this castle is in ruins, they're
Great.
letting the castle kinda disintegrate back into the earth. Could that
Turn it off.
give an
Psychic.
object? Because of
Goodbye.
what the people are basically allowing to happen to this castle.
What is
I
that?
wouldn't give it too much of a bump.
No, maybe a point.
I said maybe a point bump because of that, but I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm understanding what you're saying here, and I would have to agree with that. I think the dilapidation of this
House.
castle has.
Statue.
I think I have to put that into account when we talk about the objects because they're letting it erode, and I think that has a lot to do with how they feel about the place. I mean, to the point where when she was buried there, they got mad and they had to
Louder.
move her body.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, I'd put this at a 2.
Okay. Yeah.
In danger.
That's what
Which
we're gonna talk about.
we were
Let's
talking
talk
about
about
danger.
danger. Are
Are we in danger?
are we in danger?
And then it said help. It says in danger and then help.
Help. Or is she in danger? Is her spirit in danger at the castle
From this
from
other
whatever possessed her,
faceless
the
thing that
faceless
looks
entity
like
or the shadow figures?
it just said 30. Why is my
That was
doorbell?
the minimum amount of kills that they figured she had, at least 30.
So I would have to put the danger level here. I don't feel that this place is dangerous.
No, I agree with that.
Whether she's in danger or not, I don't feel like this place is dangerous.
Right.
I think the most dangerous thing about this place is twisting your ankle on a rock. So honestly, I think the danger level here kind of corresponds with the objects and the poltergeist here, and I'd probably put it maybe at a 2.
Yeah.
David.
Shut up.
So
You want my response there,
yeah,
Mr.
Christian.
Yeah.
You're-
No, I agree with that. I think 2. I was like maybe a 3, but that
Hi.
means
What is your name?
I'm Dave. That's John.
oh, I'm John. It knows your name.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
12,
you
13,
don't know.
86, 42, 50, 52, 54. Is that what you got?
I got 53.
7, 5, 12, 1, 13,
Oh,
7,
that's my
20.
fault. I didn't change it on the spreadsheet. So yeah,
Oh,
54.
okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
751788682.
So
54.
that was Joctis Castle.
Jockstrap Castle.
I'm
Um,
still like Kostiche Castle. The
Castle.
whole
Yeah, I think the legend of Elizabeth Bathory is what's prominent here. I don't think there's a whole lot of activity, but after the intelligent responses that we just got, I am now questioning all of that.
that felt very intelligent.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Sin. Rituals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
It definitely with what happened again live during the show, gave me a better feel about this place, and I'm like actually a little disappointed in the score.
I kind of wish we had more.
Yeah, I wish you would talk when we ask it instead of
Yeah,
just
I wish we would talk.
completely
Then, yeah.
silent. But that is
Dice.
Kostiche Castle. When we come back, we're going to talk
Love.
about Legao Castle. But we are going to take
What is the date?
a quick break here.
Yep.
And
Singing.
kind of remember what just happened. Let's go. Let's go this one, Dave.
And what's the intro?
Is that the intro?
Garden.
One pitch. I do that a lot, don't I?
You do.
How about this one, Dave? Let's go with the old intro music,
What happened to me?
and we'll be right back. Enjoy the
Close.
creepy music and contemplate what just happened.
I know. We are. What's up, everybody? I am back. John will be back in a minute. We are getting ready to talk about the Gao Castle.
Well, goodbye to
Janice.
you too, and we are back. I don't know what picture you got up there, Dave. There he is.
The Gao Castle.
Was that Lookout Castle?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Lookout Castle. Okay. So, man, I'm still dumbfounded, dumbfounded on what just happened. Very, very. I don't even want to say very Carl Riddle vibe. Very
What do
more
you want?
Yukio vibe to that one.
Yeah.
Hidden.
It was very weird how forthcoming it was until we asked questions, and then it was eerily
Big.
silent.
Dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I apologize for not being a virgin girl to attract, but could have at least answered one question. But yeah, it was like I asked a
Yeah.
question,
Closet.
nothing.
Nothing.
Inmate.
That was interesting.
That spoke wonders for me more than
I'm
the
lost.
stuff that it did say.
Yeah, oh, dude, it's silence speaks 1,000 words.
Mhm.
And oh my lord,
Yeah, just like pictures. And speaking of pictures, Lookout Castle.
this place is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, Interesting story.
Behind you.
If I get smacked, Dave,
That
I'm
was yours.
blaming
That was yours. Don't blame me.
you.
Do you want to play?
I always want to play.
Mhm.
Kneel. How
No.
are you?
I do not kneel to nobody. Well, that's wrong. I'm getting married.
Tell me
so-
about it.
That's wrong. I'm getting married, Dave.
Yep,
Can't
you
say
are.
that.
Nope.
Uh, ah. So this is the one we're talking about at the beginning of the show, that there's not
Him.
a lot of info out there about Legao Castle.
Yeah. So the first mention of the castle was under the name of Castro Lagao
That.
in
18.
1299.
Castro who?
Castro Lagawe, Lagowe.
Oh, okay. Is that who
And
the castle is named after then?
I guess so. So it says the castle was built by the Order of St. John. And then in later years was fortified in a trapezium style shape.
Follow you. Help me.
It was reconstructed in the 18th century into a residence. And in 1812, after the seclusion of the Order of St. John, the castle went into private hands.
Kitchen.
Currently, the castle is a hotel.
Yeah, they turned this place into an actual hotel. Like you could
Yeah.
stay there.
Yeah.
Him.
But
Back-
want to show you. So this is their dining room.
Carol.
I would eat there.
Yeah.
I've never had Slavic food. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, this is actually in Poland.
Well, that's right. Polish food. I forgot.
Yeah.
This is
Polish
in
food.
Poland. I forgot.
Yeah.
Now this was built in what, 1299?
1299 was the first mention of it. So it was built before that.
Oh
But
shit.
there's no record of it being built. The first time the castle's mentioned is in 1299.
Do you
Throat.
find that strange?
I do find that odd. And that it's this Order of St. John that's got me perplexed.
I mean, guy just walking down in the middle of a fucking forest and like, look at that fucking castle. Wonder how long that's been there. I don't know.
When?
We'll
Phone.
just take it over.
Find me. Water. Angel.
You looking up the Order of St. John?
Well, yeah. And it's actually the Order of St. John now is an international family of charities whose mission is to lead globally in first aid and medical responses to community healthcare needs. The order accomplishes its mission with the support of 11 priories and over 30 associations, 21,000 members worldwide, and 250,000 dedicated volunteers in more than 30 countries.
So international FEMA?
Basically, yeah.
Huh. I wonder what it was in 1299.
Statue. Sorry.
You pulling that up now? I
Sin.
bet you don't find hardly anything because the Order of St. John now probably washed it all away.
Children.
It's the Illuminati, Dave.
I don't know why the Knights Templar came up, but
Like I said, the Illuminati, Dave. That is interesting, though, that came up.
yeah.
Jump. Ritual. Worship.
Huh. Okay, well that makes sense. The Knights Templar. Okay, so the orders of St. John.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 4 orders of St. John, which are recognized as the orders of knighthood.
Knights Templar probably being one of them.
Right. So these are distinguished from other natural orders by their Christian faith and their traditions of lay Christian orders. The 4 orders of St. John of Jerusalem are associated with in the alliance of the Orders of St. John and share the same historic tradition and same mission, giving
Leave me
assistance
alone.
to the sick and the poor.
Surgeon.
So this goes back. The Order of St. John had
Mansion.
settled in Germany during the 12th and 13th centuries, founding a Grand Priory. In the 16th century, a section of the Grand Priory, the bailiwick of Brandenburg of the order, became Protestant under the protection of the Margraves of Brandenburg. So there was like a big thing in the 16th century. But so these have always been like
Disrespectful.
helping. I don't know. I don't think they're disrespectful.
Seance.
But I just really interesting. Let me go to the wiki page.
So
See,
basically, they're riding their horses
Mansion.
around the woods, and they find this castle and said, "Fuck it, let's take it."
Yeah.
Where?
In Poland.
In Poland. So the Order of Knights of the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem, commonly known as the Knights Hospitalier, was a
Louder.
medieval and early modern Catholic military
Angela.
order. It was founded in the Kingdom of Jerusalem in the 12th century and was headquartered there until 1291.
Why?
I don't know why.
Huh.
Thereafter,
Open.
being based in Colossi Castle in Cyprus in 1302, the island of Rhodes in 1310, Malta in 1530, and St. Petersburg in 1799. So between 1291
Bless.
and 1302, they were here.
They were in
Him.
Poland.
They were in Poland. They were here at Legau Castle.
Wow.
Picture.
Interesting. Wow.
Grandson.
I hope you all enjoyed the rabbit hole moment.
Poisoned.
I thought that was really interesting.
Is that how you died, Elizabeth? You got poisoned? Just figured I'd ask.
Yeah. And once again, silent.
What is happening?
I don't know.
We're interviewing you on the show. Wow. I don't even remember where you left off. We kind of went off into a little tangent there with the Order of St.
Yeah, went into a little tangent. All right, so that's something.
Hell.
Mine set up. Okay, so remote mountainous. Okay, Legau is a remote mountainous town in Poland, framed by two pristine lakes. Though it is small, Legau boasts a long past and much interesting history. One structure that is centered at much of the history and stood since at least 1299 is Legau Castle. Today, this once foreboding fortress has been altered to become a lavish upper-class hotel. Its courtyard is now more commonly frequented by wedding guests and fine diners than medieval knights, lords, and peasants. It does, however, continue to pay homage to its medieval past by offering a torture-themed hotel room and guest access to one of its original unaltered towers.
Bedroom. Stressed. Billy.
I like that they left one of the towers unaltered.
Died.
I agree with that. I think that's awesome.
I like that you can go walk into the tower and kind of see the history of the place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Qualified.
Look at that structure. I mean, that's all by brick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Kelly.
the whole thing is brick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a good standing structure too, man. That's well built. Makes me wonder what
You.
Kashish Castle was made out of with it deteriorating the way it was. Not by brick.
Yeah.
This so there was an interesting story. I can't remember
Suffocate.
who the Lord at the time was. Uh God,
Fear.
did I write it down? Was it Andreas von Schlieben?
Tap.
Might be Andreas von Schlieben. I could be wrong. So
Core.
he's in this castle.
Frustrated.
He ends up dying, or his wife ends up dying. And then
Blood.
I guess his sister, after his wife dies, comes and lives with him, the princess. Well, before she comes and lives, he ends up capturing a prince and and jailing him and putting him in the dungeon. But the
Yeah.
prince sings so good that the townspeople would gather around the castle to hear him sing because it would echo throughout the
Stay.
castle and come out the windows of the castle.
Yeah.
Like he had this phenomenal voice.
Yeah. This was like, Sam
Who?
Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was
What is your
from
name?
what I gather, this
Far
was a
away.
Polish knight named Marek
Merrick,
in
thank you.
in the 15th century. There basically he claimed the castle for his own in the 15th century. The Germanic Teutonic Knights had built this castle 100 years before
Where?
in Poland. Yeah, he at one time was beloved by the townspeople, but when his wife died, he became
Stay.
lonely and bitter. His younger, beautiful sister, Dorota, came to live with him. Marek took a prisoner during a battle he fought just outside of town, a Prussian prince named Boris.
Prussian, that's it.
Yeah, he imprisoned Prince Boris in the castle's dungeon. And then, yeah, Prince Boris began to sing every day. It was believed that he did this to keep his sanity, for he was enclosed in a dark, damp place. It wasn't long before the townspeople started to flock to the castle to hear him sing,
Right.
for Prince Boris had a fine voice. Marek's sister Dorota became enamored by the prince's voice and
Start
bribed the
visiting.
guards.
Yeah.
Where
So she could meet Boris. After this, she visited him on a regular basis, and the two fell in love. Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Threat.
Dorota told her brother she wanted to marry Prince Boris. Marek disapproved and arranged for Dorota to marry an elderly
Monster.
knight that lived in a neighboring community.
Yeah, for alliance type thing.
Yeah. So during the wedding reception at the castle, Marek had Prince Boris brought up to the great hall and commanded him to sing for the guest, which he refused.
It's like cut his fucking head off.
Yep. Ordered the guards to behead the prince. They then threw his body into the lake.
Yes.
Dorota, who witnessed the terrible event, died from a broken heart before
How
her
are you?
marriage could be consummated.
Where
So
are we?
there was no yum yum.
No yum yum. So therefore, their marriage is invalid at that point in time.
Yeah.
Not like today.
Soon after, her distraught ghost has been seen wandering along the shore of the lake
Larry.
where Prince Boris was thrown. She is also seen walking through the
Teresa.
town and in the castle.
Talk with me.
Yes. And Prince Boris is actually seen throughout the castle and heard still singing.
Yeah. They say that during the summer
Glory.
months and in the evening, they hear Prince Boris singing near the castle's dungeon and by
Yeah.
the lake.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Now, they also go into a room that you can
Agreed.
rent out in the castle. It's a themed room
Yeah.
They
What?
That'd be,
tortured.
yeah.
Trapped.
And what I found interesting about this, so they basically say this is the ghost of Command. This is where I got.
Talk with
This is
me.
where I got the name, Commander Andreas von Schlieben. Andreas von Schlieben. Uh, maybe I'm not saying that mean enough. Andreas von Schlieben. There we go. Is said to be seen there, and he stands at the end of the bed. Now, the best thing I found, or
Okay.
I think the best part about this, of what I found interesting, this dude has been doing this since the
Movie. Pan. Joan.
1820s.
Yes.
Change.
1820s, this dude's been standing at people's beds just going,
Has been cited like several times.
What
and
is that?
usually by men.
Yeah. And again during the warmer months. So it doesn't
During
come
the
out
warm-
any time. But yeah, he shows himself to
Water.
men only.
Cursed.
But this place wasn't a hotel in the
Garden.
1820s.
No.
Grandson.
But was this room an actual torture chamber?
Danger. William.
No, we're talking about Andreas, not William.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I couldn't find. Was this room an actual torture chamber before they turned it into a theme room to be a torture chamber room that you can stay in?
I don't think so. But yeah,
And
there's nothing that tells for sure.
it was von Schlieben.
But yeah, because the sound of Boris's singing can be particularly heard around the dungeon. I would think that's where the torture room would be, where the torture
Yeah,
chamber would.
yeah, I would think so too. And this
Yeah.
doesn't state that this room
I'm
is in a
lost.
dungeon. It feels like it's
Jacket.
up where stairs, more maybe even in a tower.
Goodbye.
I gotta look this guy up. I didn't do that. Oh, there's some. Why? Why would he be here?
I don't know. That's a weird thing. It's like, but well, he used to own the castle.
I'm reading about General von
Home.
Schlieben.
Yeah, Commander Andres von Schlieben used to own the castle.
Yeah, he did. But holy cow. Commander of the German garrison in Cherbourg after having surrendered to the American. No, that's the wrong time frame.
Yeah,
Because they've been seeing this guy since the 1820s. This guy.
yeah.
is
No,
from-
the one they're talking about is Karl Wilhelm von Schlieben.
Yeah,
from World War II.
yeah.
Jonathan. Invisible. Watching.
Huh. A lot about Cherbourg.
Play with me. Cold.
Yeah, that's Carl William von Schlieben. I wonder if he's related. Huh.
Hanged.
Oh, okay. 14th century fortress surrounded by forests and lakeside. Former castle commander Andres von Schlieben has been hunting Legau since 1820, though he appears only to men, and prospective ghost hunters should check into the torture room. A creepy bedroom equipped with rattling chains and medieval torture devices.
Interesting.
So, yay.
Judge.
I'm not one to judge.
But the surprising thing about this
Time.
place
Blessed.
is that is about it for
Halt.
That's it for the castle.
yeah.
I mean, there's activity, but it seems to be centered around the commander and this Boris and Dorota.
Yeah.
Billy.
But
Or
it
maybe
doesn't seem like
Dear.
there's not a lot to report at the Lookout Castle.
no. Is that?
I do like that Order of St. John though. I like the
Bloody.
rabbit hole we went out there.
Fireplace.
What'd you see there, Dave?
I'm if this is the same guy, so I looked up Andreas von Schlieben.
Yeah.
He was born in
Not.
1497, died in 1571.
That would
Louder.
seem about right. Don't you think?
Sacrifice.
Wait, 14 what?
He was born in 1497,
Decided.
And died in 1591?
1571.
71. Even still, 1571.
So he was
60 something
74.
74, yeah. That's a long time for that time period.
Mhm.
That dude was old. That's like 200 years old nowadays.
Rich.
Yep.
Rich, come on tonight.
So okay, so March 2nd, 1552, he
Possessed.
he was listed as the Lord of Castle Legao and had a son, Adam and Ulysses.
What a name for a
And then in 1560 had a daughter named Eva.
Funny.
And then 1571, death of Andreas von Schlieben, age 74.
wow. It sounds like that is probably the guy. Well, it is because you said he was the Lord of Legao
22.
Castle.
Yeah.
Make a
I
noise.
couldn't tell when he took over, but that's the recorded birth of his son. And at that point, he was the Lord of the castle.
Wow,
Worship.
that's
So,
kind of.
okay, so did he die in the castle? I'm guessing probably.
I'm thinking he did of natural
I'm thinking he
causes type
did,
thing.
Leave me alone. Press.
but they've only reported seeing him since 1820. So that was like
300 years down the road.
250, 300 years down the road.
Closer.
Closer. Okay. So I wonder I don't know when this actually became a hotel.
I thought it was saying something about in the 2000s.
Friend.
I thought that's what it said.
Cigar.
Cigar, huh? Nights. Okay. Hmm.
Rituals.
Castrum Legao was mentioned for the first time in written sources in 1299. On the occasion of passing the fiefdom to the knights Albert and Henry Klepitsk. However, this document concerned not the castle, but the earth and timber stronghold of
Thomas.
Falcon Mountain. Okay, that's interesting. Another document from 1347 issued by Ludwig Wittersbach included the conditions for the transfer of Huslegau to the Knights Hospitallers to make possible the repayment of debts to the
Institution.
creditor of Margrave of Brandenburg. So that's when it passed to them, was
Maiden.
in 1847.
Morning.
Eventually, the Knights Hospitaller received a stronghold with a settlement and 22 villages in 1350.
Okay.
Construction of the castle was started soon after. The takeover of goods from the Margraves of Brandenburg in the mid 14th century. The organizer of the new commandery was Hermann von Werburg, the superior of the Knights Hospitallers order on the eastern side of the Elbe River. 1372, Henry of the mighty von Wedel family became commander in Legau. Then the commandery was headed by Buso von Alvisben in the years 1382 and 1392. Trying to find.
Oh, Order of St. John in Prussia was dissolved in the Edict of Frederick William III. And its goods were taken over by the state. Oh, sorry. I just saw something. That was interesting.
Trapped.
So yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, it just says it's just currently a commercial site, houses a hotel, restaurant, conference center. But I can't tell exactly when that began. But yeah, it's got to be in the 2000s.
Sorry.
Interesting place.
Yeah. So in the season, tourists are only given access to a tower serving as a viewing platform.
Closet.
Two
Angel.
preserved gates lead to the miniature urban castle site. From the south. A fragment of the castle's external fortifications provided has also been preserved. So they have there's like a bit of the external fortification. Well, that's a good picture. I might grab that.
Hot.
Thanks. I do what I can.
So it says in 1810, the Order of St. John in Prussia was
False.
dissolved under the
Medicine.
Edict of Frederick William III, and its goods were taken over by the state. 7 years later, the king donated the stronghold to his adjutant, and from that time until the end of the Second World War, it was in private hands. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the castle was quite heavily rebuilt. After the war, the neglected buildings were administered by state institutions. But yeah, it doesn't state when it became an actual hotel. But I think I think it has to be around the 2000s.
Sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
Haunted. Leave it.
Oh wow.
So, and I found a picture of the external fortification that was left. So that's also been preserved. So that's the outer wall, or what's left of the outer wall.
Oh, I gotta come back to. Oh yeah, that's a good picture. That was a good picture. I'm just reading this here in 1372. So go back to von Schlieben here real quick. In 1372, Henry the Mighty von Wedel family became commander in Legau. Then the commandery was headed to Buso von Alvensleben in the years 1382 to 1392, Enno Hamburg in the years of 1403 to 1407, and from 1435 to 1458, Miklos Kolditz from the Bohemian Mason noble family. Earlier, he was a commander in Swabnica. He also stayed with the Templars in Tempelhof. The next commander of Legal was Laborius von Schlieben,
Dining.
so not Andreas, who led to a significant development of the commandery by joining valuable estates to it. The last commander in the Middle Ages was a man named Jacob Barfus, who managed Legal from
How many?
1474 to 1490. When did you say
William.
Andreas died?
23.
You said
1571.
1571.
Yep.
So this is another Schlieben before he even came there.
Yeah.
Laborius von Schlieben. So the Schlieben family has been there for a while.
Stupid. Old. Watching.
Wow.
It's interesting. Changed hands a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And talks about the
Who is he?
Order of St. John was founded in 1083
Yeah.
by developing the structures of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist in Jerusalem.
This is an interesting location.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, only the
Oh, the history of it.
history of
Who?
neat.
Possessed.
Maybe.
Let's score this thing, Dave.
Let's score this guy. I agree.
So the residual of the castle.
Do you think Commander von Schlieben
I'm
is a residual?
I'm struggling with this one to
That's what-
think.
I'm kind of there too, because if he only makes his presence known to men.
Yeah, well, and that seems to be an intelligent
Seems
thing.
intelligent, yeah. Now the singing is probably residual.
But he's also being sighted not just in the castle, but at the lake. But
Sighted, sure. I mean, just the singing coming from the dungeon or whatever, I think that's probably residual.
okay. And what about the princess, Deborah?
I'm wondering about that because she's seen
Or
all over the place.
Deborah.
Dangerous.
And now we've
Close.
okay. Now we've always believed that there can be a residual and an intelligent haunt at a location.
Yes.
So I think that's what we've got here. I think there are places where this is residual from the prince, the woman, and maybe even the commander. And there
Ryan.
are places where this is intelligent
Jacket.
By the same people.
by the same people. But again, there's no evidence of anything other than these three entities.
Yes. So how would you score the residual here? I'm think I'm struggling. I want to give the residual around a 6.
That's kind of where I was going.
Abused.
So are we going to go with a 6?
I think I'm at a 6. I think I'm at a 6.
Monster. I'm close.
But I think I'm higher on the intelligence.
Okay.
Because there's
Why is
no
that?
reason.
Water.
I find no reason for the princess to have a residual haunt at the lake.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, well, she
She didn't die there.
wasn't there. She goes there searching for her
Him.
boy toy. But
Yeah.
I think when she's spotted in the castle, I think that might be residual. But in the lake and in the town, I think that's intelligent.
Fake.
Yeah.
I think she's searching for Boris.
Yeah. I think it's very possible that Boris
Rich. Granddaughter.
wandering the castle
Medicine.
it could be intelligent.
Silly.
I agree with that.
ceremony.
Yeah, I also think there's residual there, but I think Boris and Dorota are searching for each other,
But they're on two different
but they're on two
planes.
different frequencies
Yeah.
to where
Can't find.
they can't see each other.
Yeah. I think the commander, I think he's intelligent.
I think so
The
too.
the
Granddaughter.
fact that he only shows himself to men, that's an intelligent
Yeah. Only to
position.
men, only in warmer months.
Yeah. And he for some reason, he likes that room.
Yeah,
Maybe that was his room before he passed.
maybe. And I see
And
I was trying to think of maybe was there a remodel done? Did they do something to that room that made him manifest?
yeah.
And he's been there ever since. Why has it only been reported since 1820? What were they doing? Why were they in that room
Yeah. What
at that
happened
point?
to
'Cause it
make him
wasn't a hotel yet.
Going.
What was going on there for them to see this apparition?
yeah, what happened to make him come out after 250 to 300 years?
Right.
Or even better
In
yet, what
danger.
made him
Bedroom.
stay in that room?
Yeah.
Because who knows? He could have been wandering everywhere, and then something happened, and now he's locked in this room.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
But
or he wasn't there to begin with, but
and they moved something in there.
they moved something in there. Maybe there's an attached object. Maybe there's an
Yeah.
object with an attachment of him. Because they did make it in okay, yeah. So they made it in the torture room, right?
Brandon. How old are you?
Do they have remnants of the actual torture room in here? Because they said they have chains and
Yeah.
torture devices and stuff like that.
Who is he?
Maybe there's an object that actually came from the dungeon that
That's
they
in
have in here
Torturer.
that could
Funny.
that's nice. Torturer funny. That was
Lord.
fun.
Oh.
I don't know how. Um,
So I think I'm higher with the intelligent here than I am the residual. And when I say higher, I'm like at a 7.
yeah. I wouldn't go higher than a 7.
Bloody.
I'm down for that.
Yes.
Even my ghost tube agrees.
Mine said bloody, yours said yes. That's funny.
Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Oh shit. We just said it 3 times.
No, it said it once, I said it once, and you said it once.
Doesn't matter who says it, Beetlejuice shows up. So okay, so poltergeist activity,
Here
Sacrifice.
it's a 1.
it's a 1. I'm not seeing anything.
Kyle. Respect.
The
And I'm not
I
seeing
get
anything
no
non-human here either.
non-human element here.
No.
They're
So this is a
all
1 also.
I
I
do love the history here,
I like
though.
the history.
Medicine.
Is this better than
Far
Koshchei
away.
Castle?
Is it
Lower.
better than Koshchei? That's
I
I think
Frustrated.
think so.
I don't think so.
Doctor.
I love the Order of St. John rabbit hole we went down
Respectful.
and the transferring of people that stayed there.
Run away.
I do like the fact that they can't pin down when this was
Doctor.
built, that people just showed up and like, shit, there's a castle there. Let's take it over.
Yeah.
But is it better than Koshchei's castle? I don't think so. I would probably put the history here at a 6.
Okay.
Like a 6.
Yeah, I like a 6.
Window.
I mean, I was kind of thinking 7. Debating. No, I'm down for a 6. Let's go 6.
Protect.
Okay.
Eating.
Manifestations.
We have them, of
We
course.
got them. And you go, we got Dorota, who's seen all over.
Yeah.
We got Boris, who's seen in multiple places. The commander's only seen in 1 spot.
Yeah.
I think
Bed.
it's got to be decent.
Is it better than Koshchei said an 8?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think I'm
How
6 or
are you?
7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
6
Happy.
or 7. I'm gonna go 6 because it doesn't have the shadow figures or anything like that. It's just 3
Yeah.
people.
I like the fact that, the ghost of Dorota is seen like in town
Yeah,
and around the castle and around the lake. So she's like all over the place.
I do like that she's all over the place.
And I like that Boris is seen in multiple places. He's seen at the lake and in the castle, and he sings.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, let's go 8. I mean 6. Let's go 6.
Hello, damn, Dick.
32.
I'm going 8. No, I'm going 6. Let's go 6.
I like
Sure.
I was looking at Kashtis and I was like 8. Let's go 8.
So the
Criminal.
audio is not as good either, though.
Right, but you do
Only
have the singing.
audio. No, that's the only audio is the
That's
singing.
the only audio is the singing.
Because they're not saying Von Schlieben is being heard, only seen.
Yep.
The princess Deborah, she's Deborah, right?
Dorota.
Dorota. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dorota is not being heard.
No, she's just
No.
walking around.
It's only the singing coming from
Coming from the
the
dungeon.
dungeon area.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely not as good as Kashti's. Is there audio here? Yes. Is people hearing it? Yes.
Infant.
Is people hearing it without being uh having to use a digital recorder? Yes.
Forward.
So they're actually hearing it with their own ears. So I'd probably put this at a 4.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Just because there's not enough, not nearly as much as what we had in Kashti's.
Yeah.
The feels of this place, I think this is a hard one. There's no
Yeah.
physical
There's no
it-
physical contact. There's no touching.
yeah.
There's no
Day.
I'm not really getting like feelings of dread or malaise or
Malaise, no. Maybe a little
surrounded.
sad feeling with the story with the prince and the princess.
Yeah,
That's
a
kinda
little bit. And nothing with the commander because like, dude, this dude just shows up.
yeah, and they're not even talking about people being scared of him.
Yeah. But the
Disappeared.
story of Boris and the princess, that's sad. And I think that creates some emotion. Again, though, I'm
He gets
kind of
low
low.
here, though.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
low
thinking
here.
3.
I'm thinking 3. Yeah, I'm thinking a 3.
Stop.
No, we're not stopping.
No.
Objects. There's
Um,
nothing.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
What if the commander is attached to an object?
Over here.
Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm kind of heading the same direction on the compass there.
Find
So
me.
you're thinking with what we're discussing that if there was something from the torture chamber that got brought into that room in the 1800s and is still there to this day after being turned into a vanity room or whatever you call it, a theme room. That's it.
Miss.
That he has an attachment to something to that room, which would explain why he can't leave that room.
Yeah. I'm not saying that'll make it big, but I'm saying like 2, maybe 3.
I wonder what it is though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it had to be in that room
Homeless.
since the
Do not.
1800s, 200 years, basically.
Yeah.
What'd you say? So I'm thinking 3.
Yeah. I was thinking 2 or 3.
Side.
I'm thinking 3. I'm gonna give it some good bonus points there.
Get some
From
love.
where I was originally thinking.
Okay. I'm picking that up, bro.
Worry.
There, last category is danger, and there's no
I
feeling
don't
of
think there's
danger.
any danger here.
This place feels less dangerous than Kashti's castle did.
Yeah, I agree with that. So 1?
Why?
I have to go 1 here. This place is not
Damage.
dangerous. It turned into a hotel for God's sakes. Not to
Yeah.
say that hotels aren't
Oh,
dangerous.
well, yeah. No, I worked at a hotel, and so did your mom with me,
Yeah, I know.
and it was haunted.
38?
Yeah.
Wow, this might be the lowest score ever, Dave.
No, it's not the
This
lowest
is
score
not
ever.
the lowest score ever?
No, it is not,
Really? We have
really.
gone lower than 38?
Yes, we have.
Where was that place at?
That place was in Italy, it was the Columns.
Oh my god, the columns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
gave that a 23.
Yeah, I remember now.
And then the Casino degli Spiriti was a 39.
Hannah.
Oh, the haunted house attraction. Yeah.
Yep.
For you,
Ah,
okay.
alright, let's take a quick break, and I mean quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna
You.
talk about
Up.
Vyckoff Castle. Did I say that right? Vyckoff?
Yeah, I think it's Vyckoff. The Z
Vyckoff.
is
Yeah. It's Vyckoff Castle.
Vyckoff Castle.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick break. Let's throw some music up here so you guys aren't listening to silence. Ooh, excuse me.
Ooh, there's some
And
not silence.
the beer's getting me, Dave. The beer's getting me. So we'll be right back. Enjoy the creepy music. Halt. That's right. Halt. We's back. Zykov Castle. Yeah, we talked about, if you guys just join us, talk about Kashyyyk Castle, the Gao Castle, and now we're talking about Vykov Castle.
Palace.
This
Scratch.
one, honestly, I have a feeling is going to possibly keep up with the Scare Network. I had to stop writing when I was doing the research on this.
Who?
Me. I had to.
I had to stop writing.
Now it says I'm in danger. Yay.
Oh, see? That's what you get.
This place is interesting. This is also, if I remember right, this is also another one located in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Soon.
Yes. It is often called the king of Czech castles.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's the most, what they say, they call it the most well-preserved
Lower.
castle in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This place has been around since 1597.
Yep.
Not as old. This is probably the youngest castle
Statue.
we've talked about tonight.
Castle.
Yeah.
Castle again. But the Celts built a fort on the site in the 1st century.
That's interesting.
Above.
The 0-100 year, huh?
Watching you.
Yeah. So
Australia.
and
Sleeping.
the current castle
you?
was built in the first half of
More.
the 13th century by the orders of King Ottokar the First.
Autocars. Oh, wow. Wow.
So
The
Papa
father-
Ottokar
of the place from Scare Network.
Yeah.
That is interesting, Dave. That is interesting.
Yeah.
That I did not see.
But the exact date is not known.
Jennifer.
The first written mention of the castle is from the year 1234. And owned by the kings of Bohemia, is what it says.
Bohemia, yeah.
Yeah. Originally a small complex, the castle was continuously extended until 1278. After the Premeslid dynasty died out in 1306. Vykov became the property of the Rosenberg family. After 1337, the settlement under the castle has been fortified.
Keep going.
I'm going to keep going. As a part of thorough repairs, its fortifications were so strong that even the Hussites, during the Hussite Wars, besieged it for 4 months in 1429, but found it a tough nut to crack and failed to take it.
Flames.
Yeah, this place is known as like the indestructible castle.
Yeah.
This place was fortified by 400 soldiers. And what was it? 1500 or was it 1500 or 3500? I can't remember. Germans tried taking it over and
Stop
got
recording.
nowhere.
Halt.
Yeah. I have that. Was it? So this was in 1431. So, although Emperor Charles IV placed it on the list of royal castles not to be pawned, his successors ignored the decree, and by 1431, it was in the possession of the Rosenberg family. At the start of the 30 Years' War, Wyckoff was owned by a rebellious Protestant nobleman
Heart attack.
whose garrison of 140 men
Light.
successfully defended the castle against
Do not.
4,000 Habsburg troops in 1618.
140 men versus 4,000.
4,000.
And they said, fuck you.
This no foreplay,
Blood.
drum roll. Blood is a good one. The defendants agreed to capitulate to the emperor's forces only in October of 1622. That's where we're like, all right, fine. Subsequently, it was looted and devastated. During the 1640s,
Frustrated.
the Schwarmbergs modified the palace and extended it in a Renaissance style.
What I found interesting
Yeah.
is the building of this place.
Tomorrow. Who are you?
The stones that were used to build this place were taken from ancient Bohemia,
Leave. Demon.
and they all had inscriptions on them.
Related.
Okay.
To no known language, and they're thinking it's possibly necromantic.
I'm lost.
They also call this castle the ghost capturing machine.
Louder.
Ghost capturing machine. Is that loud enough?
Ghost
Rich.
capturing machine. Rich hasn't been on tonight. I know you keep asking for him, but he's not here.
He's not here.
Ornament. Dean.
So, after the damage inflicted by the war, Wyckoff was restored, but its glory was long gone, and the castle served for only farming purposes.
Here.
A fire accelerated the deterioration of the buildings in 1751. Thus, a once important seat of Czech kings, it had become almost ruins by 1840.
Below, please.
So, at which time the Schwartzbergs, owners of the ruin, invested huge sums in a major reconstruction.
What is that?
So he restored the heart of the castle to its former glory. At the end of the 17th century, it ceased to have military value, and it was used as a granary. The decline continued, and in 1751, fire damaged a large part of the palace. In 1780, the chapel was deconsecrated.
That's crazy.
So I want to point that out as we get further into this castle.
Brother.
The chapel was deconsecrated in 1780.
Hello.
The facade of the palace collapsed in 1829, and between 1880 and 1902, the castle was reconstructed only to be confiscated by the state in 1947.
Ooh. Oh.
Then they had major restorations in 1970 and 1980. So they've been like putting this thing back together.
Work.
This place is.
Doctor.
I didn't see no doctors here. I'm pretty sure there was, but they didn't talk about any.
Watching you.
I'm still just baffled that each stone had a carving.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
And you look how big this castle is.
Sit down.
And it's almost, I don't know, it feels like it's 3 sections, you would think, like 2 towers that are separated, that are not
Okay.
are detached, kind of like detached garages.
Stay. Talk to me.
And then you have the main castle, main portion of the castle. But the fact that, like, you look at a
Leave.
picture of this and realize that 140
Start. Threat.
people won against 4,000.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with
location.
location. It's like at the end of this little
20.
peninsula.
Yeah. So if you're, unless the troops are coming by the water, which it's really steep leading up to the castle walls,
Yeah.
the only way you can come in is from
Do
that
not.
right side.
Don't leave.
So this is like a classic 300 scenario.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too,
Love.
where 300 against the whole fucking Persian army.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I can see how this could be easily defensible.
Early.
Yep.
Bottlenecking everybody right there. Yeah.
False. Feeling.
So this place, I don't know why I wrote down 1597. This castle came up because this thing's
Demon.
back in
It's 13th century.
zero. Yeah, it was 0 year. Is what you were saying. First century.
Well, there was a fort built there in first
Yeah.
century. It was just just a little fort, but still.
Bless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Dude.
I think there are 1597 is what you're talking about with the Vykovsky Rarasek, which is the trickster or imp demon,
Yeah.
which it says until 1597 there are stories about this so-called trickster demon in Slavic folklore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, in English, it's translated to imp or trickster of Vykov, who inhabits and haunts people in the ancient tower.
They
Tower
said that's where it's
stones.
most prominent, the ancient towers. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Shine.
tower has stones with engraved unknown symbols, and it was built in the age of Marcomanni rule over Bohemia during 1st century BC.
And didn't they name both
Institution.
those towers? Yeah, once the Dark Tower.
I saw that something's like Black Tower.
Living room.
Where did I see that? Yeah, the Tower
Soon.
Heliza, also called the Black Tower. And then one of these towers, the tower called Marcomanca.
Marcomanca, yeah, that's it.
Notable for the mysterious and cryptic stone markings or runes.
Morning.
And the other is the tower called Heliza, also called the Black Tower.
Real.
Which
How are you?
is an enormous structure with thick walls. Also happens to be the oldest preserved structure in
Keep
the castle
recording.
complex.
Yeah.
Me.
And we didn't even talk about the Marcomanni, who brought the stones from ancient Bohemia to build this thing.
A long time ago.
Like I said, during the 1st century BC to 2nd century AD. It became part of Vykov Castle hundreds of years later.
Where?
Yeah.
In Czechoslovakia. Myths and weird events occur here very often, including weird photos, technical problems, unpredictable behavior of animals, bizarre spontaneous extinguishing of fires.
Yeah. Or catching fire and then going.
Yeah. Electromagnetic anomalies, presence of wraiths and ghosts.
Wraiths.
In Czech media, it's famous subject of investigation. Also, the rest of the castle is surrounded with myths and ghost stories. It is said to be dangerous to sleep in the main tower because everybody who will make so will die within a year.
Yes. If you stay the night in this place, you are said to die
In the
within
main
the
tower. If you spend the
year.
night in the main tower, you will die in a year. Members of a film crew who slept on the castle grounds actually died soon after. They don't say how they died.
Yeah.
They also say that firehounds are guarding a hidden tunnel.
Flames.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
the flame.
Demonic
Hidden.
Hidden. And
hounds.
I'm getting intelligent shit here.
To be guarding something hidden down underneath. And nobody has wandered in to find out what they might be.
Yeah. These spectral dogs are often guards of treasures, hideaways, or hideouts. And in some versions, these are dogs of
Surely.
Vyckoff depicted with burning
High.
eye.
Far away.
They also said that the way this was built with the carvings that are on those stones, which haven't not been able to be translated to any known language,
Mhm.
might be a form of spirit capturing,
Leave it.
and
Respect.
was actually a form of their defense system
Young.
at the castle.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering if it was something that's holding this imp demon.
I think that's
Finish.
very possible too, that it's holding that imp demon.
Yeah. So it's like
Aja.
a very persistent
Up.
tale.
Under.
Inextricably linked to Vyckoff is that it is
Higher.
inhabited by a supernatural creature from Slavic folklore called, I'm not even going to pronounce it. It's called the imp trickster spirit. Um,
Vykovsky Verisek.
yes,
Honey.
Vykovsky Rarsek. The imp has been reported here for hundreds of years and is most
Invisible.
active in the two towers.
Yeah, or Markamanka and the Black Tower.
hmm The imp itself is infamous for carrying out all sorts of paranormal mischief, including pushing, poking, tripping visitors, causing electronic equipment to malfunction or stop working, moving objects, blowing out flames, creating electromagnetic disturbance, and even appearing as a diminutive troll-like apparition. It is said that
Hidden.
hidden again. It is said that animals brought here refuse to enter the tower and will display bizarre behavior as if possessed by the imp.
Are you from here?
An ominous tale is that the imp can cause disease or death, and that anyone who spends the night here will invariably die within a year. The imp, they're saying this article is saying that the imp is causing all of this.
All of this, yeah.
The imp of Vyckoff is well known in its homeland, so legendary that it has been featured in literature and art. It is unknown exactly what the imp when
Other
the imp was first
Rip.
reported or why it would be tethered to this place.
I have a feeling it has to do with those stones.
I have a feeling it does too. I think that makes a whole lot of freaking sense.
The fucking dogs bug me for some reason.
The firehounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide now. Happy.
Yeah, I'd love to hide now. And then here's a depiction of the imp, the trickster demon.
Did you pull up the one I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Are you from here?
Look how
Yes.
big those cloven feet are, though.
Yeah.
Are you a
I
friend?
thought he was standing on a rock.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Hellboy when he was a boy.
What
Yeah.
happened to me?
So then you got
What
this
is
is kind of like a
happening?
ground view of it. from the water, which I thought was really cool.
Is
And
that in the
then
water?
this is the basically the entrance
Yeah.
that go that goes into the castle,
And you wonder why
Stay.
they can.
and why the 140 people can defend it because that's the only way in.
Yeah.
And then here's the floor map that I
Stop.
And this is the main structure in the center. And
Yeah.
again, has a whole lot of feel like how the other place was built, Dave.
Exactly, and they're connected to the
The-
Otakar,
yeah.
um, that that family. I mean, yeah, the century's right, but that they're involved with both of these castles.
Yeah.
Killed.
His dad built this one, he built the other one.
Yeah.
So strange lights have been seen, not just inside and
East.
outside, but actually over the castle itself.
How does it work?
All
Beer.
around the fucking castle.
Poop.
This
Yeah.
I want to
So
pull up this picture again because I want to look at this.
Where
real
am
quick.
I? Blessed.
It's in the water here at the
Prison.
front. Is
I
that
don't know.
just shadow or
I think
something?
I thought that was a reflection from the sky. Because you see the cloud up
Oh,
there?
the cloud. Oh yeah, I see it now. I didn't look up the cloud. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. I'm like, what the
What
hell
is the
is
date?
this?
You're welcome, bro. I got you.
Light.
So in addition to the imp and all the other stuff, there are reports of a ghostly lady in white said to roam
Am I
about the
dead?
premises, often appearing on stairs and seeing to disappear into walls or simply vanish into thin air.
Yeah.
Even spookier are the tales of dank secret passages beneath the castle that are prowled by demonic hounds with fiery red glowing eyes that seem to be guarding something down there in the gloom. All of this has served to make Vikov popular among Czech ghost hunters.
Well, I
And
bet
I think everybody.
this
Happy.
Yeah, makes me happy.
this place is
This is good.
fires that start and go out on their own.
They're
Yeah.
here.
Not just your electronics malfunctioning and going haywire. Electromagnetic fields found
Yep.
throughout the place randomly for
Yep.
no reason.
Yeah, being pushed, poked,
No.
tripped, electronic equipment malfunction, stop working, moving objects, electromagnetic disturbances,
The fact that
animals freaking out.
the fact that just reading
Are
the
you a
part where it
friend?
says that the
Not.
way this thing is built and due to the stones could have been in entrapping spirits
Roger.
here.
Bible.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Air.
freaking 13 ghost type of a apparition
Well, that's what I'm wondering if that's
that it
why
was used
our
as a
demon is here.
defensive fortification. Like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
First.
we only got 140 dudes, but we got like 5,000 ghosts just sitting here to fuck with you, plus the devil imp. You know,
Dangerous.
the animals freaking out and
Where are
being
you?
possessed by an actual imp.
Jason.
Possession of animals. That's kind of new. I don't think we've ever talked about possession of animals before.
Yeah.
Maybe. How do you feel? Pain. Talk with me. Threat. Leave me alone.
I can tell you one thing: that the history on this place isn't as good as the one on Scare Network television.
I'm
Table.
But I
Sit
love the
down,
I mean,
please.
going back all the way
I'm
to before BC, I do like that.
yeah, I like that a lot. So I don't know if I wouldn't give this a 10 for history or not. I'm kind of on the fence about that. So there's a fort that was there in the first century. The stones that they got from Bohemia,
Ancient,
they
yeah,
they were starting to move over in first century BC to second century AD
yeah.
before they actually put it in place. And then
I'm trying.
And the fact those stones all have carvings on them.
yeah, and that for some reason this imp demon seems to be bound to the towers.
Yeah.
Real.
Ah,
I like it.
I like it too.
Okay.
Okay.
Happy.
I'm happy too. You want to score it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and score this. So the residual here,
Sister.
Okay.
the residual here is
I think well the lady in white I think is probably residual.
I was thinking that myself. I think it has based off of what this place was built like, maybe even more residual than that.
Old. Curse. Follow me.
That's kind of only like the residual thing they talk about
Deep.
here, though.
Devil.
Yeah. Everything else seems to be centered around this demon. And then whatever's below the castle.
Yeah,
I
that.
think there's something major there.
Possessed.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, where is it? The ancient stones serve as a type of ancient magical cage to keep the various spirits from escaping.
Time.
Naturally, after so many centuries, such spirits
Doctor.
would be milfed and their forced employment and act out. Oh, milfed at their forced employment and act out.
Son. Silly.
I'm I don't know how
Humiliate.
many spirits are in here
Castle. No.
in this castle.
Yeah.
It seems like I should score higher on the residual than what I should score higher. I should
Yeah.
score the residual.
I just don't see
Cellar.
aside from the lady in white, I don't see a whole lot of other residual stuff. Everything else seems intelligent or non-human.
Poltergeist, non-human.
Everything else is going to be high, but I think the residual is going to be low here.
If I was gonna go with the residual just based off the white lady or lady in white, sorry, I don't know if she's white or not. Uh
That's racist.
I said
Yes.
I don't know if she's white or not,
Neil.
Dave. The lady in white, I'd probably put the residual around a 4.
I think I'm at a 4. Yeah, I was gonna go there myself. So I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Bless.
But the intelligent here
Oh, I think the
off
intelligent
it's
is
off
really
the
good.
charts.
Yeah.
This is it's gonna be hard not to give this place a 10 for the intelligent.
Mm.
What is this? What date is it?
That imp, the
Cheating.
dogs, with what's happening, I'm interested to see if anybody was been brave enough to actually see what those
Pleasure.
dogs might be hiding or guarding down there. It doesn't say.
House.
Hmm.
I where are you sitting on intelligent wise?
Apologize.
I guess I should apologize.
Thank you for being a friend.
Um, I
What
was
should I do?
I was gonna go 9 for intelligent,
Listen.
but I'm not opposed to a 10.
What date is it?
Can I talk myself down to a 9? I the fact that the imp has been reported for hundreds of years.
Yeah. But my thing is that's the
I
only
agree with that too. Is this a big one, right?
it's a big one, but I can't give it a 10 because it's not diverse enough. There's not enough
Yeah,
intelligent.
that's kind of what I'm saying. Can I talk myself out of the 10? That's kind of what I'm doing. Is because the 10's a big number, man. That's
I'm almost talking myself down to an 8, but I don't think I'm
yeah.
ready.
Okay, hold on a second about the residual. What about the strange lights seen inside, outside, and over the castle? Do you
That's
think that's
definitely a manifestation, but is that a residual haunt?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that residual? Is that intelligent, poltergeist, non-human? How where would you classify those? Because this
Cheating.
residual, I think we have to give an extra point to the residual.
What date is it?
I'm kind of down for that because if anything, I think it might be residual. If it, we have to consider that it's spirit energy,
Look.
Yeah.
Who
so
is
that
he?
would mean that it's probably residual.
And would
So,
you also classify that inside the poltergeist aspect
mm,
or just the residual?
I think just the residual. Um, I think it would definitely go under residual and definitely go under manifestation, but I don't think it's poltergeist. Poltergeist is usually something that affects physical matter.
Yeah. Because we also know spirit energy can also
Honey.
be intelligent.
Spirit energy can be intelligent. I just don't see this doing anything, like the orbs, for lack of a better word, the spirit energy that we saw
30.
Yeah.
on our show
Yeah.
moved with an intelligent purpose. It was, and I
Still.
don't know if that's happening here. I think we should,
Give the
but I think
extra point
we
to
should consider
residual?
both a possibility.
Who is he?
Would you give the extra point to residual though? Would you
I
bump
would
that?
give I would give the extra point to residual. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think that would put me at a 10 though for intelligent.
No, I think I'm at the 9 for intelligent. I think I'm right there with you. I think I talked myself down
30.
Or
to
maybe
the
at a 30.
Sit down. Who is he?
the poltergeist activity is
Really good.
really good. Tripping, poking,
Tripping, poking, throwing objects,
pushing, throwing objects,
electromagnetic, mechanical failures.
mechanical failures all around, electric
Um,
fields.
they also talked about like weird camera stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Damaged.
weird photos. It just
Yeah.
said weird includes weird photos, technical problems, um,
Poltergeist activity is
extinguishing of fires.
yeah.
Walter.
Start the fire and put it out.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about the wraiths.
Oh my god, the
I hear
race.
you. Threat.
Is
Which are
that
that's-
right? And wraiths are entities that drain your strength.
yeah, definitely
So
non-element.
that's a non-human element, but would that be intelligent? And
Well,
do we consider putting that to a 10?
they're definitely intelligent. I should have
Are
wrote
you a
race.
friend?
Yeah, I'm a friend.
Thank
Who are
you for
you?
being a friend. He's Dave.
Hold.
Yeah. What do you think, bro? Does intelligent go up to a 10 now?
I'm thinking. No, I don't want to put the intelligent at 10 still.
Okay.
I
But poltergeist activity,
I think poltergeist activity
8.
is also at a 9.
You're okay. I was thinking 8, but
No.
I can be
I,
talked up to a 9.
I'm
Mm,
thinking about how much variety of poltergeist activity there is, and
yeah.
that's where I'm at the 9. Is it like the one where the guy gets thrown across the room? No, which
That's
is
Ceremony.
why it's not a 10.
that's a 10.
3.
Held against the wall and you have to fight for your life.
Light.
That's
Yeah,
a 10.
that's a
Who is
10.
he?
But
Or
the
when it
fact
moves a car,
that's a 10, or crashes airplanes.
crashes airplane. Those
Joe.
those are 10s. Those are like major. Okay.
Kurt.
But the variety here in the multiple locations, I have to give it that 9 level. I'm above that 8.
I'm down for that.
Down.
Yeah, down. Okay, non-human. Yes.
Closet.
Sure, yes. You have wraiths, you have
We got
shadow figures,
race, we
you
got
have
the imp, we got the dogs,
dogs of hell, you have or
we
hell
got
hell, you
and
call you got the
you gotta consider the animals being possessed and stuff,
possessed animals.
and on not and having the animals not wanting to go near the tower.
Yeah,
I think that has to be considered. And
yeah.
okay,
They're
so
here.
when we did on Scare Network, we gave a 10.
Grandfather. Listen.
This is a 10. This is a 10.
Cupboard.
Is it I mean,
How are
is
you?
it less is it different than the one on Scare Network, the 10
Yeah.
that we're giving this one? Yes. But is this deserving of a
I
10?
I
Yes.
think it's deserving of a 10 only
Don't
because I
go
think the one we did on Scare Network is probably an 11.
Yeah.
Run away.
Like
Dislike.
I said,
Yes.
could be 100 on the other thing.
Yeah.
Finish. Spirit.
Alright,
Oh,
so let's talk the history.
history. I am I'm higher than Kochti's castle here.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know if I'm a 10 though.
Keep recording. E. Diseased.
Again, I'm thinking about throwing another 9 at it,
I hear you. Trapped.
but I can see how this could
Don't
be a
come
10.
in.
I think the history could be a 10 because if we're looking at all the parts, including the stones for the tower, it goes back to first
I love
century BC.
I really do love those stones. I really do love those
Yeah.
stones. The fact
Even
that
though
they
the
no known language.
castle itself wasn't built until the 13th century, those stones are first century BC.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So that's got to be considered. That's 2,300 years.
the fact that
Related.
the carvings depict no known language
Yeah.
and that they believe that maybe some form of necromancy.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna give bonus points to the history that this castle was built by the father of the castle on Scare Network. I gotta give it a 10. I think
Frightened.
this is a 10.
I'm down. I'm picking that up, bro.
West.
Manifestations.
Manifestations. Okay.
Angel.
We
What?
got the lights.
Yeah.
We got the wraiths.
Yeah.
We got the firehounds. We got
Yeah.
the demon,
Yeah.
which makes itself appear. We got the lady in white.
Yeah.
The only residual thing that we can spot.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is really good
Not the
manifestation.
manifestation of fire.
Well, not only that, but extinguishing the fire.
Yeah. But I mean, it's manifesting the fire to catch stuff on fire. It's manifesting electromagnetic fields
Yeah.
on purpose. Is it not a 10 here?
Kitchen. Trapped.
I mean, talk me out of it, Dave.
I'm trying, but I don't see how it's not a 10 because of the variety.
It's so
Again,
much.
we have a really good variety. I have like 5 or 6 different types
Yeah.
of manifestations that are going on.
Yeah.
So I really think that it's got to be a 10. I mean, I might say 9, but I'm only saying 9 because
Larry.
I don't want to throw too many 10s at it. But
I
I
like
I think it's a 10.
Yeah. I'm at a 10 here.
I think the audio hurts a little bit.
This is gonna be a low score, honestly,
Yeah, there's not
There's
much going on in the way of audio.
of audio. There's
I mean, I would love it if they heard growling from the dogs
nothing
or
recorded there.
moaning
Nothing.
or crying or anything like that. Nothing like that.
There's no audio that I'm looking at here in what you've talked about listed. There's no audio.
Where? Strange.
Yeah, it is
It's
strange.
strange.
This is gonna be a low score. I'm like, I
Can
think
you
there
hear
probably
me?
is
What
audio, but
happened
there's
to
nothing
me?
being
I think there
recorded.
is audio, but yeah, there's no account of the
Christian.
I it's hard not giving it's hard giving this a 1
Asia.
though, right? Like
I don't think I'm gonna give it a 1 because I mean, if you talk about electronic equipment malfunctioning, that could create noises. Objects being thrown make noises.
yeah.
So I gotta go a little bit, but I'm kind of like
Oh,
2, maybe 3.
oh, if you're maybe 3, that
What
means
is your
you're
name?
Then it's a
Coming.
2.
I'll go with the 2. I'll go with the 2. It feels like it should be so much higher.
It does. It feels like it should be like crazy.
Do not.
This all right. Let's talk about the feels here.
Yes.
Burnt.
Burnt. Nice.
Burnt,
Burnt.
poking, tripping,
Bloody.
Bloody.
bloody, fear.
Yeah. Just the fear and
I said
the fear
no.
that the animals get.
There's so much physical contact here.
Yeah.
Again, no one's getting thrown
Brandy.
across a room, it seems like.
No, because it's a trickster demon, so it's just kind of messing with you.
Yeah, pushing, poking, tripping you when you're walking.
Lady.
Yeah. Mm.
Larry. I'm leaving.
I think the lowest I could probably go on feels would be an 8.
Jacket.
Yeah.
Recorder.
That would be my bare minimum on this location.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I don't think I'm at a 10 though.
I don't think I'm at a 10.
Closer.
It's closer. Yeah. But
But am I at a 9?
I'm right there. I'm really thinking 9.
I think I am too. It's like I'm like at 8.8.
Yeah. Yeah, that rounds up. Let's call it a 9.
Let's call it a 9.
Cat.
Objects.
Objects
Good.
are good.
Yeah.
Curse.
We got the flames being extinguished,
You got the cameras being fucked with. You
cameras
got
being messed,
all kinds of
weird
devices.
pictures, electromagnetic,
Yeah.
electronics being messed with, objects being moved.
Yeah, I think this goes hand in hand with the poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
Again, this is one of those places that mirror each other.
Kyle.
Yeah. Is all the object stuff poltergeist activity? That's
No,
my question. Because I don't think so.
no, you're right. Right. In fact, it states that the imp has a lot to do with the object activity happening.
Yeah. So I gotta go a little bit lower than the poltergeist activity, but not much. I think I'm gonna go 7.
You're at a 7 on the object.
Yeah. Argument could be said for 8, but I think I'm at a 7.
Friend.
What about the fact that they consider this place was built to entrap spirits? Would you consider this place itself being an object?
Okay. Only for the fact that Koch's Castle we gave a point to because of the structure.
Mhm.
I think we should at least consider that.
So you'd go 8.
So I'd go 8.
I like 8.
I'm down for an 8.
The danger level here. If you stay the night in the tower, you die within a year.
That's pretty dangerous, bro.
Do I have to say anything else?
Look.
I
But do we consider if you don't sleep in the tower, then you're probably okay. That you're still going to be touched and stuff.
Cheating.
Do we consider this a 10?
Simply.
We gave the one we done on Scare Network, we gave a 10.
well, that's a fucking
And
10.
rightfully so. But again, is that because that's an 11 and this should be a 10?
Time.
Or
That's 100. And this should be a 10. Hold on, let me look. Let me look here. I think it could be
Love.
dangerous if we were trying to invade it based off of it. Maybe the spirits being entrapped here as
Thank
part of
you.
the fortification.
yeah. Okay. No, I'm altering my perception of this. I was originally going to be at a 9. I'm changing it to a 10 because I do not know what is under the castle, what the hounds
I
are
was gonna
guarding.
say, I was gonna say, and then you have the
What the fire hounds are guarding has got to be nasty. Nastier than that imp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm at a 10.
I'm right there with you.
Watch.
I'm a little
Martin. Hello.
83.
I have 82. Let me see if I messed something up.
What is
If I
this?
didn't.
5, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 2, 9, 8, 10.
Yep, 82.
5, 9, 14, 23, 33, 43, 53, 55,
Immune.
64,
64.
72.
So
82.
that's where I messed up. 72.
Day.
82.
Yep.
Ooh.
So not quite to the level of Star Network, but definitely gave it money.
Wow. It gave a run for its money. Holy
Yep.
shit, 82.
Angel.
This might be
If this would have had better audio stuff, it would have won. It'd be 80, 86, 87 easy.
Up.
Yeah.
That was the only place it faltered with
Audio,
the
a little bit
with,
on the residual.
yeah. But I
But it
mean,
started off
otherwise,
poltergeist
the
object.
the lowest score we gave the other one was a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play.
Yeah. This got a 2 and a 5.
I mean, aside from the 2 and the 5,
Yeah.
everything was 9s and 10 except for 1 8.
Yeah. And this place actually beat it.
Over
The one
here.
on Scare Network on Poltergeist and Object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
if we put those two locations against each other in our tournament, I don't know who would win.
Oh, I know which one will win. Again, the danger level should be 100 on the one on Scare Network.
Yeah, but we can't go by that. So mhm. Nope.
That
Yep.
38 really
Yep.
hurts.
This one would win. If we do the tournament how I'm thinking we do it, this one would beat the one on Scare Network, even though it got a lower score.
That's interesting. But these wouldn't be matched up next to each other. It'd probably be on different
No,
sides.
I'd probably be on different sides of the spectrum, yeah. Or they wouldn't match up until way later in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a 1 and 2 seed on the east side. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, good show. 65 for an average. 64.5, so 65. The Legao Castle at a 38 really hurts the
Yeah.
location here. But so good. I mean, if Legao Castle is at least a 50, that takes us up to probably 73, 74 as a whole. That's phenomenal. Oh man, that's our show for tonight, folks. That's from Eastern Europe with love. That's Wyckoff Castle, Kashti's Castle, or Jakov Castle, whatever you want to call it, and
Cats.
Legao Castle. That's what I
Jock,
heard when you said it,
Jock
Dave.
Strap
Jakov
Castle.
Castle.
Jockstrap Castle.
Like and Legao Castle. So man, is there one thing out of all three of these that jumped out at you?
Yeah, it's the stones. It's the stones with the runes
Sacrifice.
on them
Dude,
at
I just
Vyckoff Castle. Where do they come from? What are they for?
that's why I keep going
And
back to those
is
stones.
it keeping that imp demon there, and likewise the wraiths and the other crap? How many spirits are trapped within those towers?
Is
And
it keeping those
here's
hounds underneath
here's
that bit?
one, and what's beneath the castle? What are the hounds guarding? And then one final question.
Buried.
If you sleep in that tower and you die a year later, does your spirit go to that tower?
Oh, damn. What if those hounds are hiding the fucking entryway into the other
What? Yeah, oh,
what if they're hiding another passage?
what? What if because father and son built those
Yeah,
two castles? What if they're connected?
yeah. You remember, and I talked about that on Who's His Castle. What was this guy doing when he built it? Why did he build this place?
Yeah,
Haunted.
Daddy might have had some instruction on that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, in fact, Oktar the second was the one that built the other castle
yeah,
that was on Scare Network. He actually built or had a palace built on this property as
yeah.
well.
I'm just saying.
What should I do?
I don't know.
Psychic.
The palace was named Pralovsky, which translates to King's Own, was built, and the ground floor plan has been preserved until today. So nobody has the actual floor plan of this place. The new palace was built in lavish style, and its parts were connected by monumental arcade,
Wow.
which is arches.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm
Dude, I'm telling you,
I
I think there might
love
be
it.
something.
I think there's a definite connection between those two castles.
Yeah. Well, folks, that is our show for tonight. We will be back next Sunday with Cryptids Part 6, huh?
Is it
Part 6,
6 or
Part
5?
5?
I think it's
Hold on.
5.
Part
I think it's
5. Yeah,
5.
because I wrote Part 5, so I was thinking 6 in my head.
Yeah.
And
Cryptids
we're
Part 5.
heading back to the States with these cryptids. So
Yeah.
check us out. We still want to go normal 7 o'clock again, or was that good for you?
Yeah, it was good for me.
All right. All right. Well, guys, have a good evening. Again, want to thank Anchor. Anchors will allows us to take this audio portion of this live broadcast and put it out to your favorite places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and of course, Amazon Music. Without Anchor, you wouldn't be able to get our voices out there. They're a great way to start your own podcast. They will actually sponsor you while you're starting up. And it's a great way to continue growing with your podcast because as you continue to grow, they'll actually help you find more sponsors out there. So I want to thank Anchor for that. And of course, I want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to be doing the multicast of this where we
No.
can Facebook Spirits of Spirits page, our Twitch Spirits of Spirits, and of course, our
Help
YouTube
me.
Spirits of Spirits, John and Dave. Thought they wouldn't be broadcasting those multiple sites. And of course, I want to thank good old Scare Network for allowing us to be part of their family. We appreciate Scare Network. Go check them out. It's $4.99 a month for their subscription. Or if you want
What
to
is
save
your name?
for the year, you can pay $40, which is a huge savings on an annual subscription. But not only will you get to see our exclusive content there, but you'll see their exclusive content there as well with their documentaries, their true crime, their movie selection that they have. So they have shorts. They have tons and tons of stuff on there for you guys to watch there. So check them out.
Yep.
And Dave, I think it's time to, what'd you say? Exit stage left, I believe is what you
Exit
used.
stage left.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, if you want to hang out afterwards on Instagram, check out either the 4K Lowdown or Spirits of Spirits 13. We will be having our after party on Instagram where we'll talk about these locations and kind of just,
Not.
post game wrap up. Usually, what we used to do in private, we're going to do it in public. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
we'll
Trip.
keep our pants on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We
No promises.
shoot from here up. Let's just say that.
So we shoot from the waist up because that's the way we like it. Uh-huh.
All right, guys.
And
Have a great night. And again,
say
thanks for
goodnight
listening. And thanks for watching.
take care, everybody.
Spirits, spirits.